you guys, as a group, have ventured into the Wizard of Wines Winery. The winery is besieged by druids who have claimed it from the control of the Martikov family, who you found are related to the owners of the Blue Water Inn in Vallaki. And this is the only source of wine in all of Barovia. You ventured inside and found that the entire building was surrounded by hordes and hordes of needle, vine, and twig blights. And before barricading yourselves inside, worked your way into the basement, where you found a tiefling woman who had been killed in battle by some of the druids after taking out a sizable chunk of their force. And after killing her aggressors and reviving her, you guys fought your way up into the main area of the winery, where you found these large fermentation vats and fought off a few more druids along the way. And that is where we left off. So, what would you guys like to do? Some of you are a little bit injured. Alistair just used his consuming radiance
consumption.
That's the correct term. I mixed it up backwards. But radiant consumption for the first time without his mask. And Malice now believes him to be an angel, which has caused Alistair to have some self-reflection.
Mm-hmm.
The gates to your north to the north of the room are locked and chained with heavy iron chains. The doors to your west are open, and the doors to your east are open, leading to the loading dock that you guys ran through before barricading another door into on the southern side.
We pillaged all of the corpses, right?
Yes, you found that all of the blights basically disintegrated into natural materials. The druids are very minimally armed, as they are in mostly natural garb and like loincloth. And some of them are bearing staves and are using basic magical components, but none appear to have much things of value, if not like a few coins here or there.
And there was only one druid that came from upstairs?
One came down the stairs with the twig blight during that fight. You can see from where you are that there is a balcony that surrounds the upper section of this room. And you can't see necessarily how high it goes. Let me see, actually. This map's a little odd. Oh, so you can see that basically on the southern wall there, the stairs lead up to a balcony that basically wraps around half of the room, and then you can see staircases leading up into kind of like an offset wall that seems to be like the ceiling of this room. Half of it is tiered. So there's like what clearly is the ceiling and then an upjut, and those stairs lead up towards that upjut. So half of the room is higher
What's upjut?
than the... I don't know what else to call that, but basically half of
Balcony,
the room's
right?
ceiling is lower than the other half, because the half on the southern wall raises up with the staircase to have another staircase that kind of switchbacks on itself on either side.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. If that's unclear, please let me know.
Yeah, I'm picturing like a grocery store where they have the manager rooms like looking over, but you can't really see them from the floor.
Yeah, kind of, except that's the right concept. The basically the section you're in, there's a ceiling that's lower, and then there's a section that opens up above the staircase. So it, rather than the window like overlooking the floor, it's more like as if that room was above you. Like there's clearly second floor walkways and rooms potentially above you where those staircases switch back to, but you can't see what's up there. And even if you go like on the southern wall, it appears that the staircases lead to little platforms and a wall. There's not like doorways visible from the downstairs.
Wait.
Okay.
But the druid definitely came down that
Correct.
staircase.
The druid came
Okay.
down, basically, if you have a top-down view, there's 2 staircases on either side, and then a walkway, and then the staircase leading down to you guys.
Okay. I guess Malice will just hold her halberd like pointed in front of her as she will try to slowly climb up the staircase in case anyone's still up there.
Cool. As you kind of climb up that staircase, you can see that on either side, these walkways kind of lead to, they have little struts that stick out over the vats that clearly is meant for being able to access the interior of the vats from the upper level, or in ingredients and such. And then on either side, there's a staircase that leads to these little platforms, and on both the eastern and western walls, there's doors.
I want to. Sorry, before we go upstairs, is the ping? Yes, here. Oh, did the ping change?
It did. It's a different color
Okay.
now.
That's fine. So this door over here, I want to like either peek through it or slowly close it because I
Real
remember
quick,
it
which
was,
one?
it was
Sorry?
barely open. This one right here.
Got it? To the eastern side?
Yeah.
All right. So you can head over to that doorway. As you kind of peek through, you can see that the dock that you guys came in is pretty much abandoned. It's as you left it, but you can it's. Let me see what you can see from your viewpoint. Where's my mouse? So you can see that the actual walkway inside this loading dock is abandoned, and the wagon seems to be fairly undisturbed. There don't appear to be any blights walking on the platform, but you can't see outside of the dock itself. You can't see out into the open field.
It's fine. I just want to make sure there's nobody waiting on the other side of the door.
Oh, actually, from there you can see like a little sliver, and you can see a couple blights moving around on the outside.
Good. They should stay there. Okay. I'll close the door.
All right.
Boop.
Boop. That's such a cool little feature. You can just dink. Sight's gone. All right. So Malice is kind of working her way up the stairs. Sten heads to the eastern wall and shuts the door. There are these 2 doors on the north wall that you just passed, Sten, that don't appear to be locked.
Did anybody ask this guy what he was putting in the wine before he spontaneously died? No.
Were we supposed to do that? I don't know.
I'm going to take that silence as a no.
I'm sure it was not good, whatever it was.
Is the vial or whatever it was in around his body?
Yeah, it would be kind of like fallen at his feet, because he was killed like almost directly on the ladder.
I'm gonna go grab it.
All right, cool. It's got a few kind of lingering drops of this viscous kind of material along the edge and kind of gathered at the lip a little bit.
Hey Mim, smell this. See if you recognize it.
Okay. All right. Mim smells it. And does she recognize it?
It smells spicy. It's got like a little heat to it.
Since there doesn't appear to be any adverse effects, I'm gonna also smell it.
It kind of burns your nostrils a little bit as you inhale, but no immediate adverse effects. No.
And it's just like a little bottle.
It's like
like-
it's like a vial of about probably like 6 inches, about maybe an inch in circumference.
Okay, whatever it has some effect, some big effect, because it's
Or
tiny.
diameter, not circumference. Sorry.
Can we? Do you have any way to figure out what this is?
I could try to identify it, but last couple times I've tried that, you guys have been in a hurry.
Well, do we want to just take it with us, and then we could figure out when we've killed everybody what it is?
Is there any cork or anything around there as well?
Sure. There's a cork kind of laying
I'm
nearby.
gonna cork it and stick it in my bag.
Sick.
Hey, can I check this room?
Yes, you
Off
can.
to the side here.
So that room appears to be a storage room, and bare hooks line the walls of the storage room. Shelves to the south hold several pairs of stained wooden sandals with oversized soles. Both doors to this room hang open. The one to the west is fitted with iron brackets and leads outside into the rain. Lying on the floor next to it is a 5-foot-long wooden beam.
Does the beam look like it goes over that door to hold it shut?
It does.
I'm gonna do that.
All right, so you shut the door and slide the beam into place.
Cool.
Oh man.
Oversized shoes.
We'll just
By
lock
how
that.
much? Well, I'm not there, so.
Can I do like quick once over of this room?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Roll me an investigation check.
E. A natural 1 for 2.
All right. Why would these people have such large shoes? That's just fascinating to you. Like, these clearly are not very convenient. They can't be comfortable. They're wooden on the bottom. You just clank everywhere you walk. What a weird thing.
Huh. I walk out.
Have
Is a
epiphany.
is a Doonby over by Malice?
Yeah,
Yes.
I went with you up the stairs.
Okay. She will look at the two directions and then go heads or tails.
Heads.
She'll take her halberd and spin it and then grab it, and on one face of her halberd is a little face of like the Holy Father, and she'll go, "All right, you take left," and she'll go to the right.
Her left or the upper, like bird's eye left?
Oh God, bird's eye left.
Okay, cool. So we'll have you guys head upstairs. I'll switch the map in a second. You just click and hold in a place.
Ah, thank you.
We came up. We came from up here, right?
No, the south one.
No, you came from the
Here.
the door underneath the stairway.
Also, one more quick
Ah.
boundary question. Is anybody else having issues with walking? Like, I just won't go in the direction I want to go.
I think you're in a wall
might-
here.
Yeah,
But
might
you
be
have to
wrong.
walk around like walls and stairs and stuff.
There's also a slight delay.
Yeah.
but-
Okay, got you. Mim
Yeah.
saw a window, I think, over here.
Yes.
Yes, there's windows in both of these towers.
What is this? Is this a door or
can
like
move.
a?
That is a door, yes.
Oh, weird.
I'm stuck in a vat.
Oh, I can fix that. Sorry. Oh, fuck. Sorry.
How
Sorry.
are
Sorry.
you-
Sorry. I'm unintententionally moving everybody here. You
No,
are
I keep
you are here.
moving.
I'm drowning. Save me!
Everyone's
He just starts winking in and out of existence.
all right.
I want. Okay, can I like fly up these stairs, but on the other side of the railing?
Sure.
And stealth.
Sure.
Okay.
Roll me a stealth check.
Okie dokie.
Irina's gonna kind of wait at the bottom of the stairs for everyone to Like she's kind of keeping an eye on everyone up the stairs, but watching Andar and Sten to make sure that the group doesn't get too separated.
Professional cat wrangler.
Yeah, I kind of want to finish clearing this floor. I want to, before I open this, because you said it looks like it could be open, I want to listen if there's any sound on the other side first.
Roll me a perception check.
Perception. 14.
You don't hear anything on the other side of the door. Sounds completely
Good enough for me.
All right. Inside, you see what appears to be barrel storage. There are I just was looking at this. 13 empty barrels on racks, and there's a narrow stone staircase in the southwest corner of the room that spirals upwards.
I can't enter the room. Ooh. Ooh, stop moving. I'm not hitting this anymore.
Glad I'm not the only one.
Okay. So
more
I see just the staircase. That's
The
what you
staircase
mentioned?
on the southwest wall, and then there's also these 2 doors on the eastern wall.
But I don't hear any sound coming from inside.
No. Those
I
doors
hear
are open.
footsteps right.
This is some pretty terrifying footsteps.
Yeah. I hear footsteps right now.
The footsteps are coming from upstairs. Those of you on the stairs can hear those.
Ooh.
Maybe we. Do we maybe want to explore before we go in here, just to make sure we don't get ambushed?
I'm gonna peek my head through.
Doomy and
Are there-
Malice, or
Huh?
talking to Doomy and Malice, or
Yeah. I'm like whispering over the railing.
Explore where? Isn't that what we're doing?
Yeah, but I hear. Do I hear a lot of footsteps or just like a few?
You hear like a couple skitters, and you heard a couple faint footsteps, but at this point they faded.
Okay, never mind. They went away.
I'll lean back out the door towards everyone at the bottom of the staircase, I guess. There's another staircase over here.
I'm gonna make my way over.
You walk into this room. There's a bunch of empty barrels that are emblazoned with the Wizard of Wines Winery logo. And there's a staircase to the lower left, and these open doors that on the inside you can kind of see inside. There appears to be workbenches with various tools.
Is this a barrel being made?
From here, it looks like it's definite. Yeah, as Alistair walks forward, you can
Across.
see that this is clearly where they assemble and create, like, work on the wine barrels. So there was the glass blowing shop down below, and then now
copper?
in this room, there's a kind of the construction and maintenance of the wine barrels.
Have Adunmi and I reached our prospective doors?
So yes. So let me see if I can. I'll split floors for you guys.
before you show me what's on the doors, Doomy will, after you saying like you'll take right and he'll take left. When he like looks to the left direction and you start going, he'll just turn around and start following you. Just like very, very like almost a little bit too close to your heels.
She stops, turns around, looks at you, and go, "Oh, I understand.
There's something
Yeah. Well, I get it. Don't worry, you don't have to be ashamed. We'll work on your left and right later." And she'll keep going.
So yeah, so you guys will basically.
It's awesome.
You guys can still see down into this room because it this whole kind of lip walkway looks down into it. So you guys will be up against the door on the upper floor. When you guys enter, let me know. I'm not sure how I can split maps with people on different areas without just literally cutting from scene to scene. But if you guys want to enter, we will attempt to do that. So
Oh, okay. I was like, must be the longest hallway in existence.
No, it's just the fact that like I can put you guys up there, but
like-
in order to, I can only show
It will
one scene at
switch
a
to scene-
time.
It will switch to scene.
So,
yeah.
That makes sense.
because the second floor of the winery is all one map, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But so right now you guys are up against that door. You guys have made it around the walkway. It's a very short walkway. But if you guys would like to venture forth without the group, let me know and I will cut there and we'll cut back
Well,
and forth.
Mimo's with us, right?
Yes.
I didn't follow yet.
She's
Oh,
up at the top
okay.
of the staircase hovering over at
Can
the
I still
fork.
see them?
Everyone can see everyone except that Adunbi and Malice can't see Sten and Alistair because they've left the floor. Irina is going to kind of slight tuck this way just so that she can keep an eye. So yeah, so you guys can see into this workshop. Also, Sten, from where you are, you can see that there's a door on the upper side of this room that is barred shut
Good. Okay.
on the north wall.
This must be the Cooper's room.
I'm sorry. What?
The Cooper.
What's that?
They make barrels.
Oh. Gotcha. Sorry.
It's all right. You know, some people know their wine, some don't.
I'm a little all over the place right now. Sten, Madam Ava's card. We've seen 50% of this winery and nothing's shown itself yet.
I mean, the fact that we have to find, what was it, a, wood and sand? Kind of feels like it's below, right?
Yeah,
I don't know why they'd keep sand above.
I have to agree.
I think our priority should be clearing the area, make sure it's safer to walk around, though.
Yeah, very true. Sorry, it's
How are you feeling?
today's been a lot. Our new friend, that was interesting.
Well, I think good news is we have someone else to talk to in, wherever we go next. It sounds like Kresk.
Yeah, I'd very much like to talk to him.
I think it'll be good for you. Just, I'll put my hand on his shoulder. Please don't shoot this man.
Yeah.
50-50.
Go sneak up these stairs.
What'd you say, Ryan?
I said you're 50-50 on priests.
True.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sneak up these stairs up here.
Alright.
I will.
I just want to see the top of them.
Alright. So you're gonna sneak up those stairs. Roll me stealth.
Stealth.
23.
Cool.
Damn. Watch me not get that high. Because I
Watch
can't.
me sneak.
10.
Maintain it.
Alright.
Damn it.
So Sten's
We
leading the
average
way.
pretty
And
decent.
are you following them, you said?
Yeah.
Got it. Irina's gonna look up the stairs, look into the room, just mutter to herself, shit. And she's gonna like draw her sword and stand right where she is.
Choose your favorite parent, Irina.
Yeah. So at this point, let me hop on over here and activate this, and then we're gonna have to place everybody where they need to be. So,
Oh God.
here, I'm gonna copy one by one since people are in different areas.
We're either really good at flanking the people upstairs, or we're fucked.
Yeah.
I have a feeling like
So-
one of us is going to run into a locked door.
Oh.
Gotta go back.
So Malice, just to check, which did you go bird's eye left or bird's eye right?
I've
Bird's eye
forgotten
right.
now.
Bird's eye
there we
right.
go.
Bird's eye right. All right. So you
East.
guys are here. And Sten and Alistair and Andar. Andar, I need a stealth check from you as well.
Oh, the footsteps are back.
4.
Let's go.
Great, love
Backdoor
that.
Team.
Awesome.
All right.
Wait.
And then
It's just
Mim is
Anna
at the
and I
top
talking
of the
about wine on the way
stairs.
up.
Mim is
Do
at
you
the
see
top
that
of the
cast? I think it was
stairs,
full.
and oh, cool! I can still have Irina on the floor there. Perfect. All right. Activate the scene.
Well.
All right. Can everybody see?
Ooh.
Oh.
I only see gray.
I'm refreshing.
Yeah, mine hasn't loaded.
Oh.
Okay, now I can.
Oh, wait, can the balcony... Oh, you like look over it. I understand what you mean now,
That's cool.
right? It's not like a wall, it's like a balcony. You can look up and down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Juts.
And then I'm just gonna fly here. No? Can I fly here? And then still just... yep. Okay.
There we go. Perfect. That's what I want. All right.
Woo.
So I'll start with Sten. Sten, you sneak up to the top of the stairs. The
Maybe
stairs.
we should start with the other group. It's still not loading for me.
Oh, okay then. Sorry. Who can see?
Me?
Who
My
can
whole
see?
thing crashed. I have to reload it or reopen.
Oh, no.
no.
I can see.
Let me
Where I
see. Let me
am.
make sure that your token is.
I
Yeah,
can
it says
see
represented by actor,
the
owner,
The rain has come.
and actor. So you can't see anything, Sten?
No, it looks like a really zoomed in picture of a piece of cloth. Like if you were wearing gray jeans and you took a really close picture.
Interesting.
Well, hold on, 99%. Oh, okay, we got there.
Okay, cool. Now can you see?
I see a strip of light.
Okay, perfect. That's what I'm hoping for you to see. All right,
Cool.
cool. So we'll start with Sten. Sten, you guys sneak up the staircase a little bit, like clanking along the way. A little like you bump the wall, like a sword clanks against the side of the side of the staircase, like shh, that type of stuff. But you come to the top of the staircase and it curves out into this long hallway. You can see along this hallway there are 3 doors set, actually 4 doors set along the right-hand side, spaced throughout the wall.
Okay, see him.
And then Malice and Adunbi, you guys head up to this door on the right, which is shut, and Irina is down at the bottom, kind of looking at you, looking at the other door, and her sword drawn and just feet planted. And Mim is up on the walkway with you guys now.
But
Can
I
we-
can still see down, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone can see down, but Malice can't see Irina, I don't think. I think that she's too close. And well, let me see. Oh no, she can see.
Oh, okay.
It's a low enough lip.
Seeing Irina hesitate, she'll like walk over to the edge and call down to her and go, I forgot your name, but you should probably decide rather than being stuck in the middle.
She like looks to the left, looks up, and you just fuck, and she heads up the staircase. Actually, wait. I take that back. Irina, seeing your finesse with a polearm and seeing those with no melee weapon go up the stairs, dashes into the other room and follows up the staircase.
Nice.
So-
That's a better choice.
She's gonna.
I do close range, thank you.
She's gonna come up the staircase behind. She's gonna be muttering to herself when she gets up to Anton and be like, I'm not sure that us just brazenly wandering about the winery is the best of ideas.
Irina, shut up. Shh.
I'm whispering, thank you.
Roll stealth.
Oftentimes, people just want decisions made for them.
It's a very astute observation.
Wow.
Irina's stealthy as fuck.
Didn't see that.
I'm whispering. You're the one clanking along the walls.
Where the? Oh, sorry.
Does that go for you too, Malice?
Hmm?
Does that go for you too?
Making decisions? Sometimes.
Prefer having people make decisions for you?
Sometimes. I don't know, actually. I think it's like 50-50. That's why I have this. Or rather, yeah. And she points to like the head of her halberd with the head face and the tail face.
You must be very confident to be here by yourself. Are you not scared?
What would I be scared of?
Are we still walking through the door and stuff?
You guys
Or
are
we
right
just,
up
like,
against the door.
Adumi will open the door while talking. I don't know, death for one.
Why would I be scared of death? When we die, we go to heaven.
I mean,
As you guys
You could
walk
also
through the
go-
door,
yeah.
you walk into the room, and across the room from you, looking over in your direction, is... Oh, what the hell? Why doesn't it show the vision of that? I don't know why you can't see him, but I'm gonna put him here, so... No, you still can't see him. That's so weird. You should be able to see him. Well, so anyway...
He's invisible!
In the center of this room is this large winch, this big loading winch that is over a hole in the ground that's clearly used to load full barrels into the cart below. And standing on the winch, staring at you, is a druid with this dark, twisted, gnarled, bloody staff that it has bulbous, like, blood-filled growths and spiny, thorny twists on it, and two needle blights are on either side of the winch, and they all kind of turn to look at you.
Malice goes, hold that thought. And then...
he shouts at you, "You'll never take it from me!" And he jumps off the winch onto the cart below. I'm gonna need you two to roll initiative. Let me start this combat encounter and get you guys in it.
Did I hear them? That guy say that?
Yes, you heard. You're right there. You heard noises.
Mm-hmm.
So they're 20 feet below us.
Just the druid is. The needle blights are up on your same floor.
I didn't get the prompt for the initiative.
Yeah, I'm figuring that out. Hold on.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Here we go. I need initiative from these three. Actor's not part of a... I know. That's why I'm trying to get them to roll initiative. I don't
I see them.
remember how this works.
I thought
I
you had
see
to
them.
start.
Can I just cast Shillelagh, if that's okay?
I'll roll
Or
NPCs.
Gotcha.
And that dude just jumped off the 20 foot.
It's... Let's see.
He's an athlete.
Damn,
Yeah,
dude.
he practices parkour.
He's in superhero landing. He better have taken damage.
It is...
Terrible on the knees.
10-foot square hole. Looming over the hole is a wooden winch. Tap... Oh, I'm sorry. Also, he has wild hair, rotted teeth, and his skin is painted red with blood.
Huh.
His gnarled staff is black with these bulbous things.
And that's not something I would have seen when I looked out the door.
It's on a different level.
It's up above, so there's the big hole in the roof, and then
Yeah.
you could see the bottom of the winch. But you wouldn't be able to see up above on top where he was.
So he walked. There's like a balcony that he walked off.
No, so it's a hole in the roof, and
Uh-huh.
he's on top of the winch that was overhanging this hole. So basically,
Okay.
you could see the bottom of what was basically this machine-ish thing hanging through this hole in the roof.
Okay.
But you wouldn't be able to see anyone up on the upper level from the lower level. Also, he's gonna shout something in Druidic. A Doomby, you're gonna recognize it as nature bows to my every whim, for I have the vampire's staff.
Ooh.
That's
Oh shit.
Okay.
So here, roll. Actors not. Literally, how do I do this? Select all actors. Select save actors. Initiative. Roll NPCs. How do I get them in the initiative?
Don't you have to start combat first?
I thought I did. I started an encounter.
Yeah, I see initiatives for the 3. I see them in the chat. Maybe you can
Yeah,
click on
I
them.
just can't. I am clicking on them, but it says actors not part of the initiative. So I'm trying to.
Dun dun dun.
actors. Maybe you have to click and drag actors in, like add us into the initiative actor role thing.
Let me try rolling it from their sheets. I figured out how to do this last time, but now I'm clearly not doing it properly.
Ooh. A lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Dang.
The Mahe.
I don't even see initiative on his. What the? I know I did this before. Add. Nope. That I don't want to add another encounter. That's correct. Roll NPCs.
Oh, cool. When you click cast spell, it like brings up all the things in the UI.
Oh, I can combat the toggle. There we are. That's what I want. Boom.
Wow. Can you chill with the natural 20s, Cap?
And then if I do malice, I
that's
can
not how this
toggle your
campaign
combat
works.
state on. There we go. I remembered how to do it. I just have to toggle your combat
Huzzah.
states.
Okay, now what do I do? I click the. I still don't
Okay.
have like. Last time it was like.
You
Click to roll
so if
initiative.
yes, if you go into the combat encounters tab on the upper right, there's a little
Aha.
yes.
Woo!
All right, sick.
Oh,
And then
baby.
let me get us some more combat worthy music now that we've gotten all that figured out. Oh, that was loud. That was loud. Let's go like that much. That
Whoa.
seems much better. All right. So Malice gets first move. I know you can't physically see. There's a druid. Can you see my pings? There's a druid. There's a blight here, and there's a blight over on the other side over here.
Okay,
And then the
so I
druid drops
technically can.
down.
So I
You
technically
can see them. I don't know why it's not
Okay.
allowing you to. Also, I'm
okay.
gonna roll 2d6 for his drop. So he's gonna take 11
Oh, did he fail
damage.
it? Did he fail the acrobatics check? Is he prone?
We're gonna find out.
Ooh. That might change a couple things.
Yes, he did.
Ooh. How? He's far. He's 20 feet
He's
down.
20 feet down. He's landed on one of the barrels, and he kind of like crashed, and you can see the wind knocked out of him. But he's on one of the barrels, kind of splayed out. He's still gripping the staff.
Okay. She'll turn to a Doomby and say, "Do you have the trees?"
Yeah, sure.
All right, and then she's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, and then also drop down on
All right.
top of them. After raging.
Cool.
And I will roll me the acrobatics check. I'm just gonna roll off the sheet for a moment. This is easier. 19 plus 2.
You're
The
fine.
acrobatics checks. So I still take the d6 of damage though, right? Because that only negates like 10 feet of the fall.
Yes.
Okay. So I take 2 bludgeoning damage, reduced to 1, and I swing at him.
And I say, swing my sword.
My halberd. Type advantage. I'm gonna just roll both, if that's okay. 16 plus 7. Does a 15? Does a 25 hit?
A 25 does hit.
Okay, one more time. And then that's the same thing. Okay, so
Yes.
both hit. And I will roll le damage. The first one is 3 plus 3 plus.
Oh no. Cap, did you see?
But he was just pondering very hard.
What?
Yeah, his power went out. Their power went out.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh
I was-
wow.
oh,
Oh man,
shit.
I'm still here.
Oh, weird. So I guess just Joseph's?
I guess I have the superior room.
What the fuck just happened?
I have the high ground now.
Oh yeah, I was just waiting for him to read out. I was like checking something.
His computer must have flickered or something.
Well, in the meantime,
Can I, since I'm not in combat, can I move right around the corner?
yeah, you heard
is that
something. So
allowed?
you're gonna fly up,
I'm gonna fly up.
like fly up to the door, like fly to it, not up physically.
Right there. I want to be there.
Cool.
And then can I roll for initiative or
Yes,
sneak
you
attack at some
can.
point? All right.
Was
So
it just
let me
me?
toggle your comment. Yes.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
just you.
Oh, that's so weird. Okay. Sorry about that.
No, you're all good. We all thought that you were just particularly pondering your damage.
No, I just DC'd.
Should I use this die for the 50 damage I did, or should I use this die?
Mim, just because you are reacting, they're gonna have 1 round, and then you'll
That's
join
what I
round
thought.
2.
That's fine.
I wonder what crashed.
It's time for the druid.
Well, once he does damage. He swung to hit, and he hit twice.
Sorry,
think your damage-
sorry.
You're all good.
Oh, okay. I'll just do the damage off anyway. So, so the first one is going to be 17 slashing damage plus 6 radiant, and then the second one is going to be 16 slashing damage, and that will be it.
So the first hit, fucking, you just chop his head off with the radiant.
okay.
Just shink, and his head just flops to the ground. You do notice that as his grip slackens in the hand that was holding the staff, the veins on his hand are curling up into his arm, and they're black and spiked in like
Ugh.
unnatural, like jagged pattern up his wrist.
Okay.
At which point, the staff falls from his hands, and a Doonby upstairs, you see both of the needle blights completely disintegrate into needles on the floor.
Like pine needles?
Yeah.
Oh,
And you guys
What's
are
that?
out of combat.
Sick.
holy shit.
Malice will look up at Adumbi and say, "Are you all finished up there?"
Yes, actually.
Wow.
Thank you for asking.
Oh.
And as we were saying earlier, Do you really believe that? How do you know that you're gonna go into heaven?
Well,
Good job, by the way.
Oh, you too. You were really fast. Very
Mm,
confident.
Thank you.
You know, like, I suppose, like, Father has all of these theological reasons for it, but I think it's just, I don't know. I believe it, so.
Oh, here, let me help you up, by the way.
Oh,
And
thank
he'll, like,
you.
reach down over the railing.
I really like your tattoos, by the way. And she'll, like, grab the staff and like, climb up.
Also,
Alright.
while you're climbing, roll me a perception check real quick.
Sure. Gotta open my character sheet again, sorry.
We're good?
Normal. Oh, natural 20!
What's with all the natural 20s?
Massive. Okay, so you notice that being on the dock and the noise, when you lopped off his head, you turn and you see out in the field all of the blights kind of turn towards you. And then as the staff falls from his hand, they all just like collapse and wisp away on the wind.
Like Thanos style? Nice.
Like there's
Alright.
just vines and needles and twigs just littering the ground outside.
She looks at that and looks at Indunmi and goes, "That you took care of all of them?"
At least the ones up here. The two on the top. Not sure about the others in the other room.
They must have done something. That makes sense. We should probably go meet up with them. Oh, do you want this? And she like holds out the crazy fucking thorn staff with blood on
it's
it.
black and it's got these big bulbous growths, and it's like covered in thorns and spines.
I don't see why not.
Min peeks in, like, ready to fight, and she's like, "Are you guys okay in here? Wait, what?
Yeah, everything's great. We're
Oh,
just
okay.
talking about. Do you believe in heaven?
Oh,
And
well,
we will
what's that?
kind of like scoop you up if you don't mind, and just like carry you along with them to the as you start
Malice?
walking. No, to
Oh,
Mim.
Oh, me?
Yeah. He'll just like kind of like scoop you up and like cradle you in his arms as he like walks to the door, and like Malice is talking to you.
What? Mim is like confused, but like this is nice. But I don't know. But what's that about the staff? To the staff, pointing at.
I'm not sure, but and he'll like try to fasten it with like to his like bag on his back.
Yeah, when Malice hands it to you, first off, Malice, it's like spongy to texture, and when you hand it off, it leaves like a stain, like a bloody stain on your hand, as if like it was like exuding
Blood.
kind of like this faint bloody like mixture on your hand. So you've got this kind of odd taint on your hand when you hand it over. And also as you hand it over, you realize that the staff itself is kind of wisping smoke constantly. Just kind of small wisps of this kind of vapor are rising off of its end.
It's like clearly evil.
Nah.
Okay. Well, sorry.
I was gonna say we should probably go meet up with the rest of the group.
Probably a good idea.
What were
We
you
saw-
gonna say?
Oh, all of the tree things disappeared outside, so they must have
Whoa.
done something.
It's very fascinating indeed.
Yeah.
But weren't you asking about something else? And like Edemi will try to. You can't walk out the door. Oh, the door is locked.
Oh.
Oh, that's so cool. I keep forgetting that I can open and close doors. But you were asking something before, and
Oh yeah, I sometimes forget. Do you believe in heaven?
Mm,
What do you believe, I guess?
I have a faith in my own convictions. The tattoos are almost a representation of my faith, if that makes sense.
Oh,
But
how...
they don't necessarily an afterlife per se, but not necessarily a heaven, and not something I can know for certain. So I'm actually surprised that you know for certain that you're going to heaven. You never really thought that you might be going to hell instead. You've killed lots of people,
Hmm.
I assume.
Well, I do it for the right reasons, and Father says if I do it for the right reasons, it should be okay.
I mean, how do you know you're doing it for the right reasons?
Well, it says in the good book, right?
Did you always believe in the good book?
I think so. I mean, I grew up with it.
You never experienced something that you previously once thought and it turned out to be wrong?
Yeah. I mean, all the time.
Hmm.
But that's just me, right? Like, that's not like the word of the gods, right? They're
Hmm.
infallible.
Well, the only way that you can know that they are infallible is to test it yourself.
It says specifically not to test the gods in this book.
Yeah, but if it's infallible and you can't test it, then how do you know it's infallible?
Well, you just believe.
But belief means that you're not certain. So it's a kind of contradiction, don't you think? You can't know for certain if you can't test it.
No, I know.
Mm-hmm. Just something interesting to think about.
Hmm.
I mean no offense.
Of course.
Meanwhile, in the other group, so Sten and Alistair, you guys come to the top of the stairs. You see this long hallway. You guys gonna have a little time to act while they are doing this other little side adventure they just went on.
Oh, a one attack side adventure.
Yeah. that was some very lucky rolls on multiple parts. With first initiative, like massive damage, like all right, that's that then. So Sten and Alistair, what are you guys doing?
Well, shall we?
Are we going one at a time?
I'll at least check the door.
Where's the door to get to them, by the way?
So underneath this balcony, there was a. You guys saw
We're
them
on a-
enter a room that's basically under here,
Okay.
and
We're on a different map, technically, so the door
Gotcha.
no longer exists, and
Gotcha.
their instance is running on the top floor.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we'll be heading to them when we get there.
Correct.
Yeah.
I have to give them some time to do what they were
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
while you were doing that, and then I'll have you all get up the stairs.
Gotcha,
Mim, are you
gotcha.
going with a Doonby and Alice, or are you going off on your own side thing?
Well, I just wanted to see if I could peek around this corner, because would I think that this door goes to that hallway?
So you don't know where that door goes, because you don't know where they are. So you just know that this
Oh.
is another door.
Okay, then I guess I would just follow them.
Gotcha.
Then I'll wait until turn again.
Cool. So Sten and Alistair and Andar and Irina.
So, one by one?
Yeah, sounds good. Can I slowly check this door?
Yep, Irina's gonna position herself behind you guys. But you creak it open, and inside of this door, you see a rectangular table surrounded by 8 chairs, an L-shaped cupboard, and a floor-to-ceiling door on the far wall that appears to be some kind of pantry. And next to the pantry is a small iron stove. Let me see. You can also see there's a door on the eastern wall. This is clearly a dining room.
So I'm gonna step in and I'm gonna run the perimeter of the room.
I'm gonna turn to the other two. Just keep your eye out for what was it? Wood and sand and treasure. If you see something that rings a bell, let us know.
If we see wooden
Oh, shit.
sand treasure,
Yeah, it's treasure inside wood and sand, I think is what she said.
what is wooden sand?
In wood and sand, the treasure hides.
Well, what's in that room?
Well, not wood and sand, but, you know, if we're looking and we find it.
Sawdust.
Gonna go peek in this room and get real excited that there might be food in there and just go rummage through the cabinets.
Can I
Alright.
open this door up?
You can. So that door leads to a long hallway. And in the cabinets specifically that you're looking through, you're finding a bunch of dishware, eating utensils, cooking ingredients, and spices, various. This is clearly the kitchen / dining room.
All right. This door.
All right. You open it up, and inside you find 2 pairs of bunk beds. Oh wait, I'm sorry, that's not the right room.
We know there's
Spoilers.
bunk beds now.
It switched a pattern on me. Here we go. This room contains a 4-poster bed, its headboard carved in the likeness of a giant raven. A soft black rug covers the floor between the bed and the door. In the corners of the south wall stand 2 slender wardrobes with a tapestry of a church hanging on the wall between them. Beneath the tapestry sits a handsomely carved rocking cradle, and to the north under the window is a plain desk and chair. Other furnishings include a wooden chest and a freestanding mirror in a wooden frame.
All right. I'm gonna leave that room alone and just open this.
It is a pantry filled with food.
Cool. And I think this is your room over here.
I saw. I'm just gonna run and grab some food.
All right, do it. Andar starts loading himself up. Doctor Who starts clacking on your shoulder until you hand him something.
I'm gonna walk out into this hallway.
All right. There's only one door on the far end.
So weird timey-wimey stuff. Do I hear anything on the other side of that door?
Basically, I'm going to say about the time that, because that battle was so short, while you guys are kind of investigating this room. Sten, what are you doing? Because you've just been kind of standing in the doorway.
I just want to stand in the door in case something pops out so I can help from a distance.
Cool. So you and Irina are kind of standing guard. I would say because of the time it takes you to investigate this room and considering the short thing of the battle, when you open that door, you're going to hear Malice and Adunbi discussing religion through to the floor of the vat.
I'm going the other way.
So like, if you, are you saying you opened that door?
No, just when I was in that hallway, if I heard like voices from the other side.
That's what I'm saying, is you wouldn't hear it in the hallway, but like when you eventually, if you were to open that door, you would find a clear room with some needles scattered on the ground, and then through this door, you'd hear their voices and footsteps.
Got you. Okay. So yeah, once I hear that, I'm going the other way.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be in that conversation.
Cool.
Nothing here.
Were there any carrots in that room?
There sure were. There's a
like
whole
6.
bucket of it. Actually, you can physically see there's a bucket of them right there.
Well, look. I'm gonna wander out and hand Sten a few carrots and say, "Here you go. I've got you a present."
You got a little something right here.
Well,
The other side. No, you missed it. All right.
I think that's just my face.
As you guys kind of shimmy down to the next door, that would be about the time that the other three are going to arrive up the staircase.
Yay.
Hi, everyone. So, what did we find?
Not much yet.
Mm.
The
Well,
footsteps have gone away.
footsteps. You heard footsteps.
I heard a lot of them. Oh, we must have just been talking over them. They're definitely back.
Hearing that, can I listen to this door and see if that sounds like it's on the other side?
Sure, roll me a perception check.
Oh no.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh. Well, it's a 22, but I had a nat 20.
Oh. So wait, you had a nat 20?
Yeah, I'm at disadvantage for perception.
Gotcha.
Because I don't
Right,
have
right.
a soul.
Fair enough. The room sounds quiet on the other end. The door sounds quiet on the other end. You don't hear any particular noise.
All right. And I'll open the door.
All right. In this
One door at a
room,
time.
you see 2 pairs of bunk beds occupy this room. Against the west wall, 4 identical foot lockers.
Well,
Say footlockers.
Yes.
I'm just gonna flash back to Death House. I think maybe the next room's fine.
I don't want to mess with any of their stuff. I shut the door.
Right.
So, what did you 3 find?
There was someone behind us, and we killed him and took this weird staff thing. Doonby killed off all of the twig blight things.
Oh, wow.
Ow. It's very
Way to
impressive.
go, Jinby. How'd you do it?
How'd I do it?
Yes.
I mean, it was mostly malice. She should have all the credit.
I just killed an old man.
Well, you'll fit right in.
Damn!
Wah, wah.
I was like, oh, a demon after my own heart.
You weren't supposed to cast vicious mockery, dude. Come on.
Who knew that our campaign would be filled with such religious trauma?
But you weren't followed or anything.
No, we.
I don't think so. But if we were, what's the difference, right?
I actually didn't see it. Never mind.
Didn't see what?
The poster of the church
Correct.
or a tapestry.
Alistair's the only one who went in the bedroom.
I'm in the bedroom now.
You're
Also,
yes,
is
you're in
this
the bunk
if-
bedroom.
Isn't that where? Wait, then which one was the other one he said?
The master bedroom, which
Oh, over back there. Okay, I did not go in. Well, I want to take one of these dolls. What is this doll? Right here. Looks like a vampire.
it is a child's doll, and it says, let's see,
It's cursed.
Count Von Zarovich, now with real karate chop action.
Tell me that's a Von Zarovich hand puppet, because that's amazing.
That's what it looks
so
like.
it's got a couple. There's a couple of toys in there, most of which are kind of nondescript dolls. You do notice that going into that room, the rocking horse is black with wild eyes and painted orange flames where its mane, tail, and hooves should be. And carved into the wooden nightmare is the name Bucephalus, and in smaller lettering, the slogan "It's no fun, it's no Blinsky."
Let's go.
That's as written. That's in the module.
Oh,
There is a rocking chair from Blinsky in this room.
I'm gonna rock on it a little bit.
It's
An honor
firm. The flames are considering the flames are carved into it where the mane should be. It's kind of jagged to sit on. It's not the most comfortable of rocking chairs, but it's functional.
Well,
You rock
cool.
back and forth a little bit.
Yep, and I want to grab a doll and I want to head out.
All right.
I'm very
I'm not
jealous.
Mim is not a kid, by the way. She is an adult. Just so everyone's aware.
That must be really nice.
What?
To be able to use like the old toys and stuff. Like, I'm very jealous.
Why can't you use it?
I'm too big. I think I would
This-
break it.
Well,
I mean-
we know a really good toy maker. Maybe he'd be able to make something larger.
Oh, like a horse-sized rocking horse?
Yep. That would be amazing.
That would be pretty fun.
All right.
Same thing. Listening to this door.
Roll perception.
Oh fuck. Nat 1.
All right.
Oh, shit.
You hear some
Sounds like
creaking.
wood. Okay.
It's unclear if that's the wind or if that's like foot's pressing on the wood floorboards.
Cool. So I open the door.
It is a empty bunk bedroom. Very similar in layout to the one next door, but this one seems bereft of toys and seems a little bit more organized. You can kind of tell that this is probably an older people are staying in this room. But it's also
Really
got
dig
the
the
4
carpet.
foot lockers, the 2 sets of bunk beds.
Cool. So he walks away and just throws this door open.
Real quick
Look at
before
the
you throw
rod.
that door open.
Okay.
You notice that right here there is what appears to be a shriveled pile of twigs.
Cool.
Oh.
And as you throw the door open, you see that there are 2 piles of needles and a very confused looking druid who is looking down at both of them when you open the door and then turns and sees you.
Oh, hello.
Also, I stealthed, by the way.
All right?
Just I didn't know if I needed to re-stealth. I did roll.
Cool. I see it.
Thank you.
He's going to grab his staff and hold. Depending on what you guys do, he's hesitating for a brief sec.
I will also hold because Alistair would 100% be surprised by him.
Yep. You guys, that's kind of you open the door, you guys make eye contact, and you both brace
Yep.
yourselves. Sten, you walk up. You said,
Oh, hello. Hey, I was wondering. Sten, of course. That vial that you were pouring in the vats downstairs, do you have any more of that?
This is a different guy, right?
I know. I'm trying
Oh.
to catch him like super off guard.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you're a talking rabbit. He, the vine creature
He's off
behind
guard.
him, the vine creature that's behind him just collapsed out with no warning. And then what appears to be a teenage boy with white hair opened the door and made eye contact, and then both of them went. And then a talking rabbit came in asking about what they were pouring in the vats. He is very confused. You know what? I'm just gonna straight roll a d20 and let's see what he does.
Oh my
What is this rigged nonsense?
Yeah.
You see, I clicked the button.
Never punished, always lucky. Captain Rockhab.
I'm gonna say he regathers his wits and attacks because I said above 10 he goes combat, below 10 he's too confused. So
Damn.
we're gonna
No chance
go.
for persuasion.
Everybody's here. Oh, Irina would be closer to you guys. Irina would be following. So here we'll toggle everybody's combat state.
Also, Alistair's a legal adult. Thank you. Didn't make him that young.
I said looks like a teenager. You specifically
true.
said he looks young. That was one of your descriptors.
Isn't he still technically a teenager?
Yeah, he's 19,
So-
20.
Pardon me for accurately describing your character, sir. All right, everybody rolls
apologies.
initiative.
Apologies accepted.
We can remove Doctor Who. I didn't mean to have Doctor Who there.
How the heck do I do that again? Oh wait, this.
Oh, I like the ghost dice. That's sick. All right, Andar, you have the first opportunity. You see him like wield up his staff. I guess technically he'll get a first attack as he's initiating combat. So we'll say he takes a swing at Sten. Doot. A 21 to hit.
God, can you roll lower than a 12? Yeah. That is.
And he's going to roll damage, which is 5 damage, bludgeoning.
Okay.
5 damage. It's not that much.
It's the first hit I've taken so far.
Think.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. You did
You're
it.
fine.
So that brings us to Andar. You see him walk up and just like bop, Sten on the face with his quarterstaff.
Pop.
Little bunny foo-foo Sten.
I'm gonna cast suggestion and say, "Stop fighting us and answer the rabbit's question."
Okay.
Ooh.
So is that a will save?
It's a wisdom save.
Yeah. So let's roll a wisdom save.
Are you level 5?
Yes.
Yep.
He rolled a 17.
Oh shit, that's against.
Your spell save DC.
I don't know where to find that in this sheet.
It shouldn't,
60.
you shouldn't be able to go higher than 16 at the moment, so...
Spell DC 15. It's on your armor class.
Oh, look at that. 15.
All right, so he resists. That is your action. Do you want to do anything with your bonus action or your reaction or your movement?
Nah.
All right. Which brings us to Alistair.
Alistair's gonna stand there. That's his turn.
Okay.
He's thrown off guard.
Mim.
I'm confused really fast. When I have the Argon combat HUD up,
Yeah.
and I go to cast spell, the
Mhm.
only ones that come up are Silvery Barbs and Shield, which is weird because I have like Silent Image, Fairy Fire, Hideous Laughter as well.
Is it technically your turn? Like, did everyone end turn? Because those are both reactions.
Yeah, I think it's probably that. So whose turn does it say it is?
You just say it was Mims?
Well, there's like 3 cast spell options. One's in like the big brick, and that's like a lot of spells. Then there's a second one to the right that your bonus actions, and then a third one that's your reaction.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Main action. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, sorry, I was distracted by that. So, did the guy answer?
No, he resisted suggestion, and Alistair is too caught off guard to do anything. So it's your turn.
I'm gonna cast Reduce on this beast.
All right, do it. What's the save for that?
I'm looking.
Let's see.
Strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
I think. Wait. No. Sorry. I think it just happens. It's long because I'm trying to find it.
If it targets a creature, can make a Constitution saving throw if the target is unwilling. Okay,
thank
so Constitution saving throw, normal. It saves.
This guy. Okay. Blah, 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 blah.
So that's your action. So you have your bonus action, your reaction, your movement. You've moved 1 or 2.
What's the thing, Hugh? You were the one that was telling me when I don't move, I can do something.
If you
Steady
don't
shot.
move on your turn, you can use your bonus action to steady aim, and then you'll get advantage on your next attack.
I'm gonna do that, I guess.
Well, you already moved. You moved up to the door.
I was already there.
You were here or something.
Oh, well, okay, fine. Well, then I'm gonna go fly. Can I go here without?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna go here.
So
That is a bonus action. That is a bonus action you can take at the beginning of your turn, though. So if you don't want to move in combat, you can just use that as a bonus action, and then you have advantage on the attack.
Yeah.
So you fly up to the door, try and cast a spell. It doesn't appear to take effect, so you zip in behind him, which brings us to a Doomby.
Oh, Malice, it looks like there's still more of them. Excuse me, pardon me.
The faux calm of the two of you is disconcerting.
Excuse me, Stan.
Oh.
How does this work again? And then Doomby will like clack the staff against the ground as it starts to glow, and then he'll look at the druid and say, in other circumstances this would be different, but right now your life is forfeit. And he'll make an attack with the staff, and that will be a 21 to hit.
All right. That'll hit. Are you using the charge?
Yeah, let's use the ability.
Let's see.
Let's do. Formula is. I can't write the formula in.
I think if you just hit. Oh yeah, that's true. Weird.
I'm gonna do.
Well, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna do a versatile hit. I'm just gonna roll it in D&D Beyond.
Go ahead. That's fine.
I can set it up properly later. 8 plus 2d10. Wow, I rolled 2 10s. 28 damage.
Right. I'm pretty sure that kills him. Oh, it doesn't kill him. It has he has 2 health left.
That's sad.
You do regain the charge back though, and stack it.
Oh, okay, sick. With him not dying, and Yumi will be like, it usually works on the first time.
The druid is upset. He is going to. He can't run. He'll die.
Run.
You know what he's gonna do? Is he's gonna cast Thunderwave.
Oh shit.
Run from me.
So I need everyone in a 15-foot cube. So 5, 10, 15.
Everyone but Malice, right?
I think everyone but
the room.
Where are you doing the AoE?
No,
it's centered on him.
Everybody. It's everybody.
It can't be.
No.
Because Thunderwave is a square. It's like the edge of the square.
It says each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you is how it.
Yeah.
Is how it's
so
written.
it needs to be connected. It's a common misconception. It's not like you're not the center of it.
It's like a
Anywhere
cone
along
spell, but it's a square. Is basically how it works. That makes sense.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Because then it would have a ring
Okay.
itself. Yeah.
I understand. So then it would be.
You
So
can
it's
make the
everybody but
square-
Mim and Malice would be what it would be, right? Because it's
Minute.
this.
Yeah, it's three.
this
It's 3 wide.
cube.
It's 3 wide. Yeah.
So then so it's I need a Constitution saving throw from Sten, Adunbi, Alistair, Andar, Irina, and Doctor Who.
They really should just have a picture of the AoEs.
That would be really cool.
Oh, actually, well, here it says place measured template.
Like just so, because like they describe it, and then like they'll just describe different spells differently, and it's like the same.
Yeah.
I rolled a 5.
Yeah, I failed.
All right,
I rolled 11
so
with a +6.
Irina needs to roll.
Move me 10 feet.
Makes a Constitution saving throw. Irina saves. Doctor Who.
You rolled an 18.
All right, Doctor Who saves. So Sten. Why can't I click on Sten? Sten gets pushed back 10 feet. Jesus, I can't move anything. Why can't I move things? I'm having struggle bus. All right. Anyone who failed, move yourselves back 10 feet. I can't get it to work right now. But damage is going to be 7 damage to anyone who didn't save, 4 damage to anyone who did.
Should I just stay where I am because it shoots me into the wall?
Well, it'd be pushing you back away from him, so it'd push you into the hallway, yeah?
There's a wall.
So he went in and then to the left.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
Like, do you see
So
what
then,
I'm
yes.
saying?
So you would get shoved.
Into the wall.
And we'll say you'll
Like,
take.
ugh.
Yeah, we'll do a 1d6 halved for wall damage. So take 3 extra damage as you're slammed into the wall.
Oh, okay.
Sten gets pushed out. Irina withstands it. Doctor Who is knocked on and our shoulder. Alistair, you succeeded?
Yep.
So yeah, so you take half damage. Cool. I get the... I'd like to get the measurement tool out of the way, but I can't seem to select it right now. All right, so then that brings us to Irina's turn, who's pissed. She's going to charge in, and she's going to stab him in the face with her rapier. Her rusty rapier. Which, for some reason, no longer has stats? What the hell? It used to have stats. Let me fix that. Let's do this. We'll do this. Okay. So it'll just be -1, whatever it is. It's gonna hit. She's going to do 8 damage, which is enough to... She stabs through his neck, and he perishes, ending combat. I'm gonna fix her rapier thing.
Can I see what was at the desk?
Sure.
Is everyone all right?
I would have liked to get information from him. He's the only one we've seen.
I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. Not the best I've been, but I'll manage.
Formula.
Is it safe to assume, Ryan, that the 2 druids that we've dealt with so far are the same situation? They don't really have any armor or anything on them.
Correct. Everyone's got the same basic
Gotcha.
natural equipment.
Gotcha. Oh, by the way, Malice, why were you sent here again?
Hello, Joseph?
Yes. Sorry.
I said, by the way, Malice, why were you
Oh,
sent here again? I don't
I
actually
just-
know if you didn't actually. I don't think you actually said why you were here, but
I
you just,
thought I. She said that she came here looking for something, but she didn't remember exactly what it was.
you didn't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah, she was sent here to get something by the father, the abbot at Kresk is what she told you guys. I think.
Hmm. Hmm.
Sorry, I don't really remember any more than that, unfortunately.
What's your father's name?
I actually don't know. He's the abbot.
You know him personally?
Well, yes.
Oh.
I don't really know that personally.
Like you were
he's
for a
my
long
father.
time close friends.
Well, he's maybe not friend, but he's my father.
Hmm. Just curious.
Hmm. What about you? Do you have any family?
Family? No. Whatever I had left of my family is no longer family, at least.
Oh, that's really sad. Did something happen?
Long trifles long past. Grudges that haven't been settled, but might as well be forgotten.
Hmm.
Sometimes you just have to live and let live.
Hmm.
What's-
Forgiveness is more healing for yourself than it is for others.
I guess it's less about forgiveness than at some point you just get tired.
Hmm.
It's like, what's the point anymore?
You were asking something, Ryan?
I figured it out. No worries. I couldn't figure out I couldn't remember what the button for refreshing a page was. Because something's glitched and I can't get to.
What about you all? What are your backstories?
Maybe now's not the time. I
Why
kind of
not?
think we need a little bit more information to give back to, what was that old man's name? The grumpy one with the cane.
Honestly, I cannot remember for the life of me.
It was
We meet so many people over the last few weeks.
Davian. Davian. was his name.
Davian. That's hilarious. Like a bird. If we could find out what they're putting in the vats, maybe we could help them reclaim the winery, because it seems to me that whatever they've put in there makes it probably not wine, right?
Well, maybe they've recorded something on the desk over here. And Adumi points to the desk with
Looking
like
around the room to see
parchments
if I can
and
find other vials that match the one that I picked up.
Roll me an investigation check, Andar. And then, Adunbi, did you say you're looking around for?
I was pointing
Documents.
Sten towards the documents and stuff on the table and in the room, and saying maybe he can take a look through those, see
Yeah,
if he
now
can
that-
find any information.
Now that you guys have kind of a moment to look around with the druid dead, in this chamber are a desk, a chair, a tall wooden cabinet, and a strange contraption that takes up the northern end of the room. The druid was rooting through the contents of the cabinet and haphazardly tossing them on the floor when you guys came in. But Andar, you do not find any vials as you're looking around. But you're checking the desk first, you said? Or Sten,
Yeah.
you're directing Sten to check the desk.
I'll help, Ender.
All right, so yeah, so the desk appears to have a number of kind of shipping documents, nothing too specific, mostly just like order and ledgers of payments, and also kind of inventory stock. You can pretty clearly conclude that this isn't the full shipping log. This is a very like brief kind of almost like a reference ledger, more than it is like the full details. This is more just like the keeping track of the finances and the inventory than it is actually managing the shipment of the materials. You can also see that there's a couple like flyers and templates for different posters and advertisements.
I don't think this is the base of operation.
What are you getting up?
Mim, you flew up, right?
Where?
Around. There's still one more floor, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Right, Kep? When I did fly up, there's another floor.
Yes. No, this is the highest floor.
Oh, this is the
This
highest.
is the highest one.
Yes, highest. This is the highest floor.
If memory serves, the stairs behind me go back down to the cellar.
Do you think we missed something?
It could be possible. This place is very big.
Irina, as you guys are talking, is going to open up this cabinet. And inside are various bottles that are smaller than full wine bottles, but appear to still be holding wine. And they're also on a little hook. There's a loop that she's like, there's a key in here, and she turns and she hands it to Andar behind her, and then she picks up the vials and she walks over to this device. And she looks at the vial and she kind of sets it up into a slot in the top, and she studies it for a second. I think this is a printing press.
Why on earth would they need a printing press?
For the labels of the wine.
That, and considering they're the only winery in the area, I imagine they use it for either advertisement or making flyers for. I don't know if they do any tourism. That could be potentially a cause.
Doesn't almost nobody come to Barovia? I feel like tourism is probably a little out of the question.
Less tourism from outsiders, I'd imagine, and more tourism from city folk who want to come see the winery in business. I wouldn't be surprised if that was some sort of side hustle for them.
Yeah, you know, come to think of it, I haven't even seen where they might keep the coin. Surely we've missed some room.
Well, there's quite a few rooms we haven't been in. There's actually a room upstairs.
Oh, in the
There's
chained rooms downstairs. Maybe that's where the key goes.
Also, I think there's also a staircase leading downstairs as well.
There are 2 chain doors or something? Almost directly below us.
Directly below?
Perhaps that's what the key's for.
That's what I just said.
That would make sense.
Are you trying to take credit for Sten's idea, Irina?
No, I'm just.
She already
agreeing.
sneaked up behind us, so she's in a... I'm just saying, she's very scary right now.
I'm not.
It's like she wasn't even there.
What? Okay, just
Are any
because
of
I'm
these
stealthy,
wine
just
bottles
because I've.
full?
The ones along in here, yes.
I'm gonna grab one and just kind of say, "All right, then," and walk out while you guys are bickering.
Just because I've trained in the art of stealth doesn't make me a frightening individual. That's rude.
It surely does. If you're not there one moment, you are the next. How terrifying. You
That
have
really
a
means
knife
that you're
the
easily
size of a
startled.
sword.
It's not my fault that your constitution is weak. And she walks away.
Oh, that's not true at all.
Wait, Stan, do you find me frightening?
No, you seem to glow a little bit. Even when you're hiding, it's
I
like
see
I
how
kind
it
of
is.
know.
Because she's from where you're from, that makes her not scary. But because
I'm not
different,
talking to you anymore, Irina.
I'm stealthier than Irina, and I storm out a little bit.
I don't find you frightening, Irina.
well, I don't find you frightened. I find you slightly frightening. I'm sorry. I'll be honest. I find you slightly frightening, but you're charming. You're truly kind, at least from what I've seen so far, if not a little bit frightening.
How come nobody finds me frightening?
Oh, you're a straight terror. Have you seen yourself kill?
Oh.
I would be
You're so
lying
cute
if
and
I didn't
bubbly and
consider
then
you
just-
to be threatening. Yes.
Good.
It's the antithesis of nice and mim-like, and then death.
There's some cognitive dissonance that comes with it. I'll admit.
Mim's all puffy now. He's like,
No, I mean, it's a good thing.
no, in a good way. A good puffy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's like, chest out.
Yeah. Like
You check this
I'm
out.
great. Yeah.
Endar, it looks like you've already headed downstairs, so you're just going straight to that.
Trying this key against one of these chain doors.
Yeah,
It,
I'm following it. I'm following Endar.
Clicks right open, and it's the big set of sliding doors on the left. Here, let me pop everyone. Let me rearrange everyone to where they will be now. Ink. And activate. All right, so you walk up to these big double doors, and both of them you're able to just click the lock right off of these big iron chains holding these sliding doors in place.
It's gonna open it.
All right, you open it up, and it opens up onto the veranda. You just slide the doors open, and it's open onto this veranda that's exposed to the outdoors. It's got the roof over the top, so it's an overhang, but you can see out into the field above. There's no walls. It's just like it's a roofed platform, basically. The fields are eerily quiet. It's still raining, and it's still quite foggy outside, but you don't see the movement that you saw previously.
Gonna turn around and shout back to everyone. Well, I don't see anybody else here. Perhaps instead of just wandering around, we go back to the people who used to live here and ask them to show us around.
That seems like a very reasonable idea, Endar.
I'm not talking to the old man. He's very rude.
I do feel like by the time we go there, talk to them, and then come back, don't you think we could have just explored the place by ourselves by that time?
Well, we won't
my-
know about any secret doors.
What specifically are we looking for? Because I know, as far as the Martikovs are concerned, we were tasked with clearing the winery, which it appears we've done, and I don't know where all the blights went, but they appear to be missing.
We were also looking for sand.
You were looking for under wood and sand. A treasure hides, or in wood and sand. I don't know if it really matters. I see a lot of wood, but I've yet to see any sand.
Well, wasn't there a barrel of sand in the other room?
There's a barrel of sand in the other room?
Yes, we discussed it.
I don't remember that at all.
Alistair, the room that you walk into, there's a barrel of sand.
I know.
Yeah.
I saw it on
Right
the
here?
map. I've been like, I'm.
Wait, like the first room that
The first
we were
room you guys
in?
came up in, the glassblower's workshop. I'll reread you the description. A dirty window in the south wall allows dim light to enter this room. Wine bottles are manufactured here as evidenced by the tools lying about. The wooden rack full of fleshy freshly blown glass bottles along the south wall, the hearth built into the southwest corner, and the barrel of sand standing next to it. A staircase descends underground, and between it and the rack of bottles stands a barred door.
A barred door?
Yes.
Can
It was this
Alistair...
one that you guys removed the bar on. And you discussed, I distinctly remember you guys discussed the freshly blown glass being like, is it still glowing? It's like, no.
Can Alistair rush over to this barrel and just start frantically digging in it?
Sure. As you reach in and start kind of digging around in it, you grip what appears to be a handle and pull out a hilt.
Shit. He just kind of stands there with it, like pulls it out.
We were under entire duress when we talked about the barrel of sand. That's why I don't remember. So sorry. We were surrounded.
You're so perceptive, Irina.
Is this only a hilt?
It is only a hilt. It's made of platinum, and it has a hand guard, and there's hints of crystal along the top of the hilt itself.
Does it look? Does the thing that a Doomby has? What did you say that was? Is it a staff or is it that he got off
It's like
the
pommel.
The gnarled.
Staff.
that,
There's
that Nal got?
Oh, the blood one? The spongy one?
Yes, the spongy one. It's
What
a
about it?
staff. It's not like a part of a sword.
Oh, it's a staff. It's a spongy staff.
No, it's
like
it's like the hilt of a sword, like the handle of a
No,
sword.
I know, but what I was talking, you said it's just the handle, right?
Correct.
I was like, where's the other half of the sword? And then I was like, oh wait, was the Doomby thing that like a staff, or was it a part of a sword?
Yeah,
Can I
I just clarifying.
slump against the barrel and just continue looking at it and just sit there for a bit?
Of course.
I.e., if it has an attuning property, I would like to do that. Just to see if...
Ooh, I want to walk up there. This is interesting. Oh, there's like a million walls in between. Boo, 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 boo.
Yeah, the kegs are the hardest thing to get around.
Oh.
Oh man, this is such an interesting
Can
phenomenon.
I
The one
try
who has
something?
no soul is holding the hilt. Yes.
Okay. So I'll walk in seeing him hold that.
Mm-hmm.
Connect that maybe he got that from the barrel of sand, which has been there the whole time.
Oh,
That's
the sand's like fucking everywhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's just like flayed.
Alistair
sand
is
out.
not good right now.
How odd that Mr. Sunshine himself got the Sword of Sunlight.
We don't even know if that's what this is, but
Oh, surely it is. You see another barrel of sand?
she was right. She was right. And he's like almost in tears. He's pretty messed up.
Are you all right? Irina's gonna try and like approach you slowly.
If she was right about this, then she knew more of my past than she let on. And this is all I have to go on right now, and I'm kind of holding the hilt like to them, showing them.
But what exactly is this supposed to be? This is just the hilt of a sword.
She said it was
The weapon
weapon.
of vengeance. The Sword of Sunlight.
But if this is the weapon of vengeance,
where's the blade?
where's the blade?
Is it cut off? Do you see any markings there? Is it clean?
I'm gonna inspect it.
Yeah, so you look and you can see that there's clearly like the slot where a blade once was. But it doesn't appear to be, it doesn't have like a jagged end or anything. It's just like a hilt with a slot. And the hilt's in pristine shape.
It's clean. Looks like the blade is missing.
What have you thought of the sunlight?
Ooh.
Can I think of sunlight and cast light on the hilt of the blade?
Mm-hmm. So you think of sunlight, you cast light. As opposed to normally when you cast light, where like light emanates from the object itself. You do notice that the blade kind of glows warm in your hand, and there's a slight glow around the outer portions. As opposed to like the whole thing like cascading light. It like starts to kind of have like almost like an aura around it, but no otherwise the hilt seems unaffected.
Shit, this still has my animation. Oh god. The light cantrip's bright.
Very bright.
But it is not like cascading light the way that normally would be. It seems to almost have like a little it almost gets like a little halo around it instead.
This
Like
is
like a lens flare type vibe.
This is strange.
Could I roll religion in this very specific context?
What
Being
specific
that-
context?
Being that it is a blade of the sun, and I worship the morning lord.
All right. Go
I
for
don't
it.
know if the abbot would have said anything about this, especially considering
Well,
I
Yeah,
have
the vortex is not supposed to be happening.
Alistair, you're leaking.
I have proficiency in religion.
Okay.
So
14. All right.
Mhm.
So it's evident that for religion, the decorative style of the hilt
Mhm.
seems reminiscent of religious iconography of the Morning Lord, but there's nothing about the hilt itself that seems to relay or display any kind of religious purpose or origin. From what you can tell, you can't necessarily tie anything religious to this blade, but it almost seems reminiscent of the sun iconography and symbol. It's familiar in that way. If that makes any sense. Like there's no explicit detailing or references to religion anywhere on it, but the decorative style is similar.
Okay.
Can I try a history check? See if I can remember if the tome that Ender and I read through had anything about this in there?
Go ahead.
Okay. 11.
All right. You know that the tome that you and Andar copied did not mention anything of any sort of sun sword or weapon of vengeance or it had no reference to any sort of weapon that would fit this description.
I'm gonna hold my hand out towards Alistair. Do you mind?
I slowly hand it over to him.
All right.
And when I do that, I also kill the light cantrip.
Cool. So the halo fades. Andar, when you hold it, this emotion comes over you. And your arm kind of tenses, and you almost feel like It's almost like urge to this determination kind of emanating from this hilt, and you feel this emotion kind of overcome you.
I'm gonna probably drop it out of a little bit of shock.
Was that too heavy for you, Ender? Your arm was
Hey,
shaking.
Of course it wasn't too heavy. I can lift lots of heavy things, of course.
You look like you're going to
I
cry.
feel weird.
He drops it. I'm gonna pick it back up.
You don't feel anything.
Oh, way to rub it in.
All right, let me try one more time.
Hand it back over.
I'm just gonna sit down and look around and be like, make yourselves busy for the next 10 minutes or so.
I might go find the group. Let them know it's probably fine.
I'm
I'm
gonna cast Identify as a ritual.
All right.
gonna stay with Andar.
Anyone want to come with me?
You're gonna go find like the family.
Yeah.
I can't get to you guys.
Oh, you gotta go here.
Zigzag.
Walk around the stairs.
Here, well, oh, we got you.
You gotta do the
Drop off the stair.
15-step mamba.
You gotta go
they're-
around. You basically gotta go around the vats, and then.
Oh, you gotta go around town.
Around town. How do you draw where you want to go? I can't remember. And then like it follows.
Oh, so when you're measuring distance with the ruler from where you are,
Yeah.
or actually, I think it's when you're going to. God, I remembered how to do this before.
Sorry, it's not relevant right now.
There's a way to measure your movement. I just don't remember
Yeah.
what it is. It also,
But
I'll
not
admit,
actually.
because of the fact that a bunch of stuff updated, some of the stuff isn't working entirely properly. So
Yeah,
that could be one of those things. Oh, I will find out, but there's a way to do it. I just don't remember what it is.
I'd love to come with you. I'm great at talking to old people.
Oh, good.
I'll stay here then.
Oh, Bim, actually, if we're gone longer than it takes, and to do his thing, can you write it down? And I'll give her the quill that is totally stupid, useless at telling stories. Just if he figures it out, just write it down for me.
Oh, okay. I'll try.
All you have to do is say, write this down for me, or something like that.
Okay. This is a lot of pressure.
So you pull the quill out of the thing, and it floats up next to you, and is floating, right? And then you try and hand it to Mim.
Mm-hmm.
So you grab it, and you hand it to Mim, and it starts squirming in Mim's hand.
What? Stay still.
And you're handing her parchment as well?
Doesn't it create its own?
Yes, it
I don't
summons it
remember.
into existence.
Yeah.
But are you like handing the parchment to her so she has one in the parchment?
Oh, that would be funny. Yes.
Oh God.
She's holding the parchment in one hand. The quill's flying around in the other, and you're trying to.
Dude.
Huh? Exactly.
Just making noises. Anyway.
All right. No exorbitant descriptions of colors. I'll point at the quill.
It like
nothing about trees this time.
it kind of like jolts in your direction a few times in Mim's wrist, and almost seems to be like flicking her wrist at you.
And I try to bring it closer, and I whisper, and I say, I like your creativity. Just calm down.
All right, so you guys just waiting for the ritual to pass, basically.
Then Malice and I are gonna go catch up with the Martikov.
Got it. All right, so Malice and Sten are heading out. Everyone else is staying.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So then we'll say, for brevity's sake, it's going to take you about 5 minutes to get out and up to the Martikovs. So we'll just handle that first. So you and Sten and Malice head out of the winery. Irina decides she's going to come with too, because she doesn't understand magic and is much better at politics. So she's going to come along with you guys. But you guys head out of the winery and up the hill. And as you kind of approach the tree line, out from one of the trees kind of steps the old man with his cane. Oh! Were you successful? It seems you've lost a number of your group.
Another druid!
No. Oh, sorry.
Oh!
I didn't describe it. No, he did. Everything's fine.
You've come
We're
back
all
with
fine.
a demon!
No. Yes, but no.
He's
We're
like
fine.
holding his staff defensively.
You'll notice how quiet and unmoving your winery is now.
He kind of like turns his staff between Malice and him and kind of like half keeps glancing back, but glances over at the field. And it's still kind of foggy. It's still drizzling. Actually, in fact, but it does appear that the movement has ceased. And he kind of takes a moment to. Okay, so the fields are
we'll
still.
have to apologize, though. It's clearly going to take a lot of work. We also caught them tainting your wine. The large vats on the floor.
Love that.
we-
That's wonderful news.
We've recovered a vial of what they were putting in there. Maybe in hopes that maybe you have an artificer, something.
Do you have it with you?
Not me, but yeah, the group does, yes.
So, where's the rest of your group then?
They are still inside the winery.
But the winery is clear.
Oh, yes.
Oh, in
Some
that
pine
case,
needles
he
and-
kind of like motions behind him, and some of the family members like kind of emerge from the trees. He goes, "We're going back home," and he kind of starts trudging down the hill while you're talking. Are you coming with?
Oh, yes, we have to discuss the wine. What's going to become of it?
Well, you said that they poisoned the vats. He's kind of like hobbling down the hill, and the family's starting to gather up behind you. So you guys are now like traveling back the way you came. But he seems to be like he's heading to the winery whether you're coming or not type walk.
Let's see, yes. They poisoned the vats. They broke a few bottles in the cellar. Oh, there's a hidden wall in your cellar with
Yes.
a giant freezy thingy.
I'm
Malice was
surprised
there.
you
That's
found
actually where we
that.
found her.
That's observant of you. Most people aren't able to find that chamber, but yes, it's how we keep the wine cold. We keep a brown mold in there.
Oh.
Great
Look
for
at that, Malice. It's
fermentation.
not all that bad.
Keeps it nice and fresh.
Yeah, we found someone bad down there. Malice, you were there. We were attacked through the wall. That's how we found it. Total accident.
That's
Don't worry, we
concerned.
killed them.
Okay, well, good. I hope you killed all of them. They're the wretched creatures they are, those druids.
Are you a good druid?
I'm not a druid. Do I look
Oh.
like a druid? And he kind of gestures at his robe and staff. And he
He's
kind
just
of
got a
does.
little old and he walks with a cane. Totally different, Malice.
I'm a wine keeper. I run a vineyard.
So you work with plants.
That could be very true.
Yes.
You know, I'm
Staff.
taking her side now. I do fancy you a little druidic.
I don't know any magic. I grow things from the ground.
You turn plants into wonderful wine. I'd say that's magic enough.
I'd say that's art, but we can debate the terms later. And he kind of continues to hobble. He gets up to the fence, and he kind of like throws his staff over and like leans against the fence and then flings his leg up over and kind of just like flops himself.
Seeing that,
Over the
Malice will
fence.
try to help him, like just.
The minute you reach up to try and help him, he like kicks you, like kicks
Oh,
your hand away,
God.
and like doing so kind of like totters him over. And he kind of like falls onto the other side. It's like, "Will you quit? I know how to get over my own fence." And he kind of like pushes himself up and picks up the staff. And like the family's kind of concerned at first, thinking he like might have hurt himself. And then when he kind of picks himself up, they all just kind of and they're like lifting kids over the fence and climbing over themselves. But you can tell this is just how he is.
You'd really think they'd have a gate.
We do on the main side, but we are on the southern side. On the main side, on the main road, of course we have a gate. Do you think we keep a gate on every side of our field, just allowing anyone to enter? What a ridiculous concept. And he starts, like, hobbling through the field. You can tell that, like, as before, most of the fields are pretty withered. The stalks and the vines are kind of dry and decrepit. And you can see that he kind of sombers as he walks through this part of the field. So tell me, did your whole group survive? Manage to go no casualties?
No, in fact, some of us didn't even get hit.
Really?
I only recently got hit. I got bunked about the head. I was trying to make a deal, try and get more information, and he freaked out and smacked me repeatedly. So it goes, I suppose.
And how did you deal with the horde outside? What became of them? It appears that they're gone.
Malice said that was our druid. Took care of all of it.
He disintegrated all of them.
That's pretty impressive.
Well, it appears I might have underestimated you the first time. You kind of, like, at this point you're approaching the building.
Just don't underestimate our reward.
Yes, about that. If you said they poisoned the vat, yes. Well, if that is true, that means that, depending on how much they broke and how much was able to survive, we have approximately 6 barrels of wine left in the winery that are unspoiled, and we're going to have to make a new vat. But, unfortunately, we don't have the means to create any more wine at present. And he kind of stops, like, just short of the winery itself, and turns to him. He says, I didn't mention this before because I wanted to see whether you were capable of trust and worthy of this information. As you can see, this was quite the task, and you performed splendidly, and if you were to perform anything less so, I would not be able to entrust that you'd be able to successfully accomplish what I need. But this winery, the reason it's the only winery in all of Barovia is because we're the only ones capable of tilling the fields to such success. But that is not of our doing. That is due to some magical artifacts. You see, and he kind of gestures, there's the 3 sections of field around the winery. And the eastern field and the southern field, of which you both just of the southern field which you just walked, and the eastern field that kind of blends into the northern side of which you came through, are both these distinctly withered, dead, decrepit fields. And the western field is more a paling green. It's not quite decrepit yet, but it's clearly dying.
Oh, you are a druid.
Not quite. The magic's not my own. And he gestures to these fields and says, each of these fields was nourished by a magical artifact of its own. Each field was responsible for one of our wines. And he points over at the field to the east. That was responsible for the Champagne du Lestomp. This field was responsible for the Red Dragon Crush. And he points over to the dying field, and that was responsible for the Purple Grape Mash number 3.
That was my favorite.
Really? Kind of squints at you. Well, I suppose we all don't have taste, but he regathers himself, and each field was nourished by a gemstone, a heart, if you will. And these gemstones allowed the soil to reap such rich rewards. They've been passed down through my family for multiple generations. They were originally bestowed upon us by Strahd himself as a reward, although not to my family directly. My family inherited the winery through a marriage. It's a whole long story. I won't bore you with the details, but ultimately, my family became in control of the winery, and these artifacts, these gemstones, were what allowed the fields to be rich with life and teem with the nutrients necessary to ferment this wine. Unfortunately, the gems have been pilfered over the last 10 years. It's what led to the falling out with my son, of whom you're familiar. 10 years ago, we lost the gemstone responsible for the champagne. 3 weeks ago, we lost the gemstone responsible for the Dragon Crush. And 5 days ago, when we lost the winery, it appears that they took the gemstone responsible for the Great Mash. Which means that if we are unable to recover the gemstones in a fairly short amount of time, we will run out of funds to sustain the winery, and Barovia will be bereft of wine. Which, as you can imagine, would be disastrous for the economy. And also the morale of most people living here.
Can't you just use cow poop like everyone else?
Clearly, you've never tried to farm in Barovia.
And it was the same druids who overtook your winery who took these? Or someone
Not
else?
quite. Unfortunately, the first gemstone was stolen in the dead of night, and we have no idea who took it. That's, as I said, part of why my son and I aren't on the best of terms. He was on watch, and I might have been a little too harsh on him. But he left with his family to go down south and start his own inn, and we've been supplying him with wine since. And we've been trying to ration the champagne due to Stomp over the last 10 years. That's why it's become such an expensive commodity. It was always our finest wine, but then it's, supply and demand. Whereas the dragon, the red dragon crush and the purple grape mash we had plenty of. We were able to continue business as normal. We just had a slight dip in profit for a short bit, and then, it was made back up due to the supply issues. We just raised the prices, and lo and behold, it was all good and dandy. However, 3 weeks ago, we lost the dragon gemstone, and that unfortunately was not druids. That was a darker sort. She turned our scarecrows against us. This dark witch from the west.
She?
Yes.
Do you know her name?
I've heard whisperings.
It's that bitch who ruined our little heist. Swear to God, say her name. Say it.
I don't know her full name. I know that the whisperings have called her Baba. The Dark Baba. The Great Witch Baba.
Barber?
Baba. Ba. As in sheep. Baba.
Never mind.
Strange name, I know, but witches. What can you do? I know the creatures came from the swamplands. That's what I know. It was our first transgressions, and we weren't quite prepared to fend off assailants. After that, we kind of bolstered the fences. We tried to prepare some defenses of our own, but that's when the druids started coming from the hill, also to the west. They came in droves, increasing waves, and then the blights started coming with them, and before long they had an army of which we were unable to fend off. You saw the horde. I'm not sure what your druid clearly must be quite powerful to fend off such a group. At this point, he starts kind of hobbling inside, but all this to say, I appreciate you returning us to our home. Unfortunately, the reward that we can offer is quite meager, considering our income and our livelihood is at stake. We can offer you our last barrels of wine. We have 6. If the vats, as you say, are spoiled. There
We
should
did
be
make a
3 in the
promise.
basement, and there should be 3 on the cart in the loading bay. Unless
We did
those
make
are
a
broken.
promise. We did make a promise to send some wine. I also forgot to mention, you are the proud owner of a new iron door. I can't move the door. It doesn't go away. It locks from one side. I hope you enjoy it. Cool. And then I'm just gonna keep walking forward because we're pretty much there.
You forged a door in my house. He's like
I
starts
forged the
hobbling.
door.
He starts hobbling a little fast after you. Wait a minute! Don't you rush away from me! You forged a door in my house. How did you
Keep
manage
up
to
on that, I
forge a
forged
door?
the door.
How did you forge a door in my house? I don't have a forge. with you like hurrying off, like he turns to Malice. He's like, "What did he do? What? He forged a door. You had time to forge an entire door
I
and
don't think
install
Malice
it."
saw it.
I'm gonna
Oh,
guess.
He doesn't know that.
I'm gonna guess magic.
Magic. Nothing but trouble.
Should
And,
you be saying that as a druid?
I'm not. Forget this. He got the hobbles.
Wait, you didn't tell us where the magic stones were.
At this point, you guys are all going to be entering in through this wall here of this room, because you're coming from the southern side.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to walk up
no.
and well, I guess this door was barred. So he's gonna come up and he's gonna try the door, and then he's gonna start rapping on it really loud. Well, I guess Sten, you're the first one to get there because you ran ahead. So I stand corrected. Sten, you'd be the first to arrive.
If it doesn't open, I'll just cast message.
All right.
Do I have to see him, or is it just a straight line? Hold on. Point your finger. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just cast message. I'm assuming they haven't shuffled that much.
No.
I'll aim for a Doomby, where he
Cool.
was.
So then, real quick, we'll cut back because at this point you'll have time to do the ritual and you'll have a little extra time as well. So, a Doonby, Alistair, Mim, Andar. Andar's doing the ritual. Is there any conversations that you want to happen while Identify is happening, or do you want to just skip to the end of Identify?
I'm fully focused on Andor.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Andar, you commune, you draw a couple glyphs in the floor, you set the hilt in the center. And as you start casting Identify, you have this strange sensation come over you as you're performing this ritual. As if there's almost another person in the circle with you. And you're staring at this hilt, and these kind of waves of emotion are kind of rolling over you. And you have to really focus on casting as these kind of emotions are swirling around you. Over the course of the 10 minutes, the Identify ritual completes, and there's this brief kind of pulse of energy in the circle, and the knowledge kind of washes over you that this handle once held a blade, but that blade no longer exists, and the handle seems to hold knowledge that the blade no longer exists and almost recognize that it will never be reunited with its other half, and resents that fact. Seems to have this determination, this willpower, this almost like simmering vengeance and kind of deep-seated anger to avenge its other half.
And this is something that Alistair feels, right?
No, this is Andar doing the
I'll just-
ritual. Did I say Alistair? I'm sorry.
I think you said Andar. I just misheard.
Just
all of this
kinda-
knowledge washes over you. It is a magical item, and you also get the sense that it has the capability to be used as a weapon. Let me check up the specifics of identify real quick. Properties not used in. So it is a magic item. You can tell it requires attunement. It does not hold charges. And the magic that seems to be coursing through it appears holy in nature and seems to be tied to the attunement of the item itself.
Who all is in this room with me right now?
Alistair, Adunbi, and Mim.
So, how's it going on the whole magic thing?
Kind of look up and sit there for a second. Like, I think this thing is sentient.
How so?
I don't know. It made me feel uncomfortable. I didn't like it.
Oh, so we should
It's
throw it away.
really focused, so it's a really good thing the talking rabbit isn't here.
So you're saying we should throw it away?
No.
Oh,
No, it seems very angry. Maybe that's why it gets along with this one so well.
Alistair?
Hmm.
What do you mean? Get along with me?
Well, you seem to be able to hold it just fine, and whenever I hold it, it makes me feel different.
Here, let me take it off your hands. I'll give it to Alistair. And then we will kind of like hot potato it to Alistair.
Just kind of like.
I can also say that whatever blade was in there no longer exists, I don't think.
That's rather unfortunate. So it's pretty useless.
So it's just a part?
Maybe we can make something with it.
It's,
Nothing's useless.
I mean, Alistair is you're a sword person.
I'm slightly skilled. Much better with the bow, but I can make use of it. I also might be able, if it needs reforging, I might be able to do something once we get me back to right.
It's quite up to you.
Maybe the weird, scary demon lady might know something about it. It is magical and it's very holy, and she seems to be blathering on about that a lot.
Yeah.
That is quite true. I mean, well, now that we got that sorted out, what should we do while we wait for the others to get back?
We'll kind of look around and be like, well,
You think they have any
we'll go 2 for 2, and I'm going to pull out that little vial that he poured into the wine and do another identify ritual.
All right. So about 5 minutes into this ritual is when the rest of you are going to arrive.
Can Alistair sit with this blade and attune to it?
You sit, you attempt to attune to it, and this blade just feels like a hilt in your hand. There's, like, he said that it might be sentient. He said that it had emotions. You don't feel anything.
Okay. He's still gonna try.
Yeah.
And just ignore that.
Question, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Would that everything that just occurred, is that a short rest? Do we exert effort?
Yeah, I'd say you guys could. I would say.
Are you looking a little haggard?
I'm at half hit points. Casual.
I am
Let
too.
me help out with that. Sorry, Alistair. I'll cast Cure Wounds at second level.
I was gonna say because I think everybody sitting around the identify, I would say it could be a short rest. I'd say everyone you're walking to and from the thing, although it's not exerting like effort. You're on a short hike essentially up and
17.
down a hill.
Okay. Thank you. Good sir.
Yep. So for the message before we get up there,
Mhm.
to Adunbi. Adunbi, I'm right outside. Can you open the door? Also, we should
Yes.
probably hide the hilt.
The hilts. Why should we hide the hilts?
Okay, send message again. Please open the door before the old man comes. I
Okay.
don't think he knows we have it.
Oh, okay. Is he a very possessive guy? As a Dumi is like going over to open the door.
Also, another message. He's a very, he's an old man. You know how they are.
Very crotchety. I understand. I've dealt with a lot of old people in my life.
I think that you get very crotchety. I understand. I've dealt, and then because you only get what, like 6 words or something.
25?
Okay, then yeah, I've dealt with a lot of old people. You get the whole thing. And you just said you're opening the door.
Yeah, but as I'm walking, I'll call back to Alistair and say, please hide the hilt out of sight. I think one of our guests is going to be very crotchety about it.
Of course. And I'm going to put it in my sack. It's a very specific sack with the rest of my gun pieces.
All right, cool.
And I go over to open the door and wait for them.
Adunbi.
Hi.
Hello.
Well, welcome to my humble abode.
It's a lovely place.
Did you guys figure out what was with that sword hilt?
Oh, great. The top.
Oh, yes. I asked Alistair to.
I'm sorry,
put
did
it in his
somebody
bag.
say sword hilt?
Yeah.
No.
Right here. And I pull out
He
my-
said, the petal is lilting. It's a metaphor for your current status of the winery. Anyways, Andar, how's it going?
Roll me a deception check. Also, Mim, roll me a deception check.
21.
I'm gonna reach into my pack and toss a couple of those carrots that I found upstairs and say, "Occupy your mouth in other ways, please."
Damn.
Wow.
He kind of like looks
do you-
at the sword hilt, looks at you, goes, "Well, clearly one of you is lying, but I can't know which one, so fuck
thought-
it." And he kind of.
Oh, no, he
I thought
bellows.
Alistair has a sword hilt hidden away.
Yeah, it's in my.
No, but
component
Malice
pouch.
Malice said, like, "Did you figure out what happened to the sword hilt?" And then he was walking with Malice. So then he asked, and Sten and Mim both lied, but they both lied convincingly. So he's saying, "One of you is lying, but I don't know which one, so fuck it." Anyway, I see you're all
Malice will-
here.
Malice will like catch the carrot. Thanks.
You know, they're great for your eyes.
That's actually a myth. Well,
No,
that's
here,
fine.
it's fine. It's real.
What's he doing? Why is it on the floor with like a strange bottle?
Please.
Oh, yes,
pipe
okay.
down, you insufferable old man.
Yeah, we have a couple
I'm
rules around
sorry,
Andar.
insufferable. You're the one on my floor doing God knows what with a vial.
Hey, he's trying to figure out what's in the vial, so can you just leave him alone?
If we keep bothering him, he's gonna have to start over again. Isn't that right, Andar?
Not gonna respond.
I'm gonna walk up and like essentially help Sen with this old guy because he seemed to like me.
All right. So you walk up. He got a. Oh yes, the young one. So explain to me what's happening here. And his family's kind of filing in behind him.
This vial was what we found them pouring into the vats of wine, and I'll point
Oh,
over
so
towards
that's
the
the
vats.
shit. Got it. All right.
Yes.
Well, then I'll let him fucking deal with it. He kind of comes in. He hobbles into the vat room, and he kind of says, "All right. So which one of these? They're all spoiled. All 4 of them.
We saw him pour it into 2 of them, but probably
Safe to assume.
Great. Love that. Wonderful news. Not like it's the last that we had or anything.
I mean, we could try them.
I imagine that's probably not the best of ideas. I didn't make it to this age by just trying shit. But if you'd like to, feel free. It's up to you. It's your life.
You don't try your own wine?
Oh, I try my own wine, but I don't try it when other people pour shit in it.
Did you know wine is really a poison? Why do you think you feel all dizzy?
I'm sorry. Are you calling me an alcoholic? Do you think I drink all the time? I drink very socially, thank you. I kind of hobbles.
I see what's happening. Okay, all right.
He hobbles further into the room. He says, "Which one of you opened the veranda?"
Adumi completely ignores him. He's like, Stan, that's actually a really good, interesting thing to talk about. I feel like most things can be poisons when taken in the wrong quantity.
Well, they truly can.
Open the what?
He goes and he starts closing the sliding doors that you guys opened. He says, "This was locked tight. The wind blows all sorts of shit into the vats. Not that it matters now, but like kind of like trying to slow this like close the sliding doors and like takes the chains and starts bundling them back up."
I do feel like even certain emotions and feelings can be considered that way. Like, for example, being crotchety.
What an interesting point.
Yes, too much
Crotchety is a poisonous emotion.
Exactly.
You're totally right.
Irina kind of follows in and hands him back the key as he's wrapping up the chains. He's like, "God, where's this blasted? Oh, thank you. I'll just lock this back up, and hopefully we haven't gotten any sort of tumbleweeds or anything in the vats, because those are a bitch to clean."
Do you clear them yourselves?
Do you think that I could crawl in that? No, I have my son do it.
I don't think that you could crawl in it. You seem like you only have 4, maybe 5 more years to live.
Well, that's rude.
Oh,
Mim, don't go outside. I locked these doors.
Wait. I stealthed, and I was going behind him to just quietly reopen the door.
Oh, you're gonna try and pick the lock?
Yeah. But quietly and stealthy, like after he moves on to the next door and he's distracted talking and stuff.
All right, roll me some thieves' tools checks.
Okay.
I'm just saying, Davis, I just think that you should get some more exercise.
Is this the powerful druid that you were talking about?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Just look at him.
He kind of squints, and you see him kind of like calculating his options. And he turns back to Stan and he goes, "So anyway, the whole place is clear. Anything else I should know about?"
Downstairs, are you aware of a room in the walls?
Yes, it's how we keep our wine cold. There's a brown mold in there.
Yeah, we noticed, and I show him like the hyperthermia that's still on me.
Oh, you went into it? Well, why'd you go in there?
Well, they were in there. We cleared it though. Should be fine now.
What were they doing in there? It's just a room
just
filled
chilling.
with brown mold.
Wait, was the portal still there?
A portal?
I'm not there. I'm stealthing. I was just to know if I remembered correctly from when we left.
There was a. Do we know? This was 2 weeks ago. Was it a portal or was it just like cold?
It was like there was a purple roiling energy in there that seemed to be some sort of the druids were doing something.
Still there.
There's a sort of energy down there. Not sure if that was placed by you or the druids, but
Wait,
they
when you say energy, do you mean like cold?
I mean,
What
it
does a
was
brown mold
noticeably
look
cold.
Is a brown mold kind of like it's there but it's not there and it's kind of shining and glimmering?
No, it's like a mold.
Oh,
It's
this is
literally a
definitely an
mold.
energy.
okay, yes. No, you have something else done.
Ah, shit. He kind of hobbles back into the room. All right, downstairs I go.
I'll follow.
Do you need a cane or something?
I have a cane.
Another
Okay.
one?
It's crazy you don't have a ramp. It just stairs here. It's very dangerous.
All
Just
right,
seem to
well,
have so much
I wasn't
trouble
always
walking.
old. And he kind of starts heading down the stairs.
Because I do have some options for more sturdier, reliable fits.
More sturdier cane than this. And he holds up, and it's like this, like, intricately carved, like, thick, like, wooden staff. It, yeah, I can show you guys the picture. It literally looks like it's a thick boy.
Oh, maybe you're quite right.
Cool. Okay.
But if the offer always stands if you find yourself wanting.
Well, if this one ever kicks the bucket, I'll give you a call. But so he heads down and he kind of walks straight. He heads down that staircase, opens the door, and sees the shattered wine bottles all over the floor and the like wine that's been spilled everywhere. And just shit.
I did mention that part.
You did mention this part. I just didn't expect it to be this much. And he kind of goes and he walks straight through the wall, and you just hear on the other side, "What the hell?"
So, not normal then.
No!
And I'll walk through the wall
This
too.
was not here before. What is this? What is happening in here?
I can't say I have any idea.
You're the druid.
Does anyone know how to get rid of this? One of you
excuse me.
adventurers. Does one of you know how to
What
get
do-
rid of this thing?
What do you need help with? Excuse me?
This purple shit. What is all this?
What's he pointing to?
He's pointing at like the big energy, like glowing energy that was in the brown mold room downstairs.
Oh, didn't take that.
Oh, I feel like if there's anyone that could come with a solution, it would be our smartest person here. And do you have any
And are still
Ideas.
upstairs finishing. Actually, at this point, you're about wrapping up. You get through identify, and this is a poison. This is an ingested poison that basically causes sickness and bleeding and internal bleeding, and then ultimately death after a few days of time.
I was like 50-50 on if Alistair was gonna drink that. Holy shit!
Oh, wow.
Well, let's wait for our friend to finish up, and we'll give you an answer to see what we can do. Just a little bit of patience, please.
Are these the 2 checks?
Is it sleight of hand?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So you get the first one unlocked. You'll need one more for the second lock.
Nope.
So you unlock one.
Can I go through the other way and then unlock it?
Well, so you unlock one, and you try and unlock the other one, and with the nat 1, you
I wanted to play a
unlock the one, you go to the other one, you try and unlock the other one, and you full on not only jam your lockpick in the lock, but it snaps in such a way that you can't get a key in the lock anymore.
sad.
Wow.
I'm gonna walk away. Anyway, moving on.
I'm gonna look up and look around. Where the hell did everyone go?
Irina's still kind of standing in the room at this point, and kind of looks at you and says, "Well, you asked them to leave you alone, so I think they all cleared out. They went downstairs last I saw."
Hey, Andar, you finished those errands?
Any
I'm gonna look over
conclusions?
to Irina and be like, should we just stay here?
I'm perfectly happy to do so. Did you come to any conclusions?
Oh, yes, it's very poison.
Oh, well,
Very poison.
that makes sense. That would track, I believe. When you say very poison, is this the like unconscious poison, or is this like the dead poison? Is this sickness?
Like the dead kind.
Oh, good. Good. So
Yeah.
we won't be trying the wine.
We probably shouldn't try the wine, no.
Meanwhile, downstairs.
Those words would come out.
Hey, Andar, there's more wine down here.
I'm just gonna keep trying to
not
cast
making it.
message. See if I can get him. Pew pew.
All right, let's say you cast message and Andar hears you in his head.
We require your assistance downstairs.
My God.
What is it?
I just heard our fuzzy friend. We should probably go downstairs.
Homie Sten heard that in the message.
Oh yeah.
That was his response. So yes.
He called me a fuzzy friend. That's the first time he didn't call me rabbit. Things are looking up.
So Irina and Andar head downstairs.
And Mim, she's gonna follow them.
Oh, you came back into the room?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so as you guys are heading downstairs, Mim kind of pops her head back in, joins you heading downstairs. You guys hear Davian kind of cursing, like, "Ah, shit! They did something to the brown mold. I don't know what this is. What is this? Somebody do something about this. This is a disaster. We already lost most of our wine, and here they are. They put some sort of strange roiling energy underneath my winery. If this is some portal or some shit, I'm gonna be so annoyed."
Can we get put on that map?
Sure.
The downstairs one?
Boop-a-doop-a-doop.
Deep breaths. Stress can cause a lot of damage over a long time.
Is
We'll
this
just say everyone is over here.
His name is Davian.
Davian.
Avian?
Davian.
Okay.
Davian.
Similar to Davian, we've brought Lightwood Village's best. And Lightwood.
Davian, are you married?
Who was murdered?
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, did you just say someone was murdered?
No, I asked if you were married.
Oh, married. Oh. Well, yes. Once upon a time. My wife died
no
years
longer.
ago. I thought you said murdered.
my-
I was very concerned.
My condolences.
Thank
I
you.
really thought about jumping back on the horse.
Well, jumping on horses at this age, your joints don't do so great with it, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but you only have so many years to live.
That's true, but I've got a family to take care of and this shithole to run.
It's never too late to live a life void of regrets.
A difficult task, but
Yes.
that's not impossible.
Yes, as long as you don't drink any wine poison.
Wine
Certainly
poison?
helps.
Oh, yes, well, let's hope it's not poisoned. So Andar, Irina, and Mim, you guys come down, you hear the talking through the wall. You come in and you see the big portal energy that was previously there.
I can't move me.
Oh, that's weird. Can you move you now?
Yes.
I think Doctor Who was on top of you.
The water doesn't hurt me for the first step in, correct?
Correct.
Okay,
Is
I'm
that
gonna stay there.
is the old guy in that room too?
Yes, he is. He's there with you. I just haven't copied all those tokens because I don't want to deal with all that.
I'm gonna walk in and be like, my God, I could hear you all the way down the hall.
Well, yes, it is my home. Would you like me to be more quiet for you?
Here,
Hey,
can
you-
you figure out what this is? Maybe if you could taste it, you'll recognize it.
And
He takes it. He kind of gives it a sniff. I won't be tasting any such thing. This is some sort of poison.
Well, you're smarter than you look. What do you need?
That! What
He
is it?
doesn't need that.
I want it gone. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is either, but they said that you could
It's
get
in
rid of
your
it.
house. You just told me it was your house.
I did, but that wasn't there before. They said you could get rid of it. Do you know how to get rid of it?
That's not what we said.
You said Lightwood's finest is coming to save the day. You gave me a whole speech and pony show.
He's here to figure out what it is. Totally different.
Lightwood Village is very small, to be fair.
Oh, good. So the horse and pony show was more of a donkey show.
I'd say mule, maybe.
Lovely. So, can you just tell me what it is or not?
I don't know what it is, I don't think.
Can you
identify it?
You have to touch things to identify
The
them.
problem with that is that I have to touch it. And last time I tried to get close to it, it hurt a lot.
could you like touch it with Mage Hand?
Well,
Well, let me try.
would you touch it with Doctor Who?
I don't want to send Doctor Who over there.
Just an idea.
Yeah.
Doctor Who?
Well,
Precisely.
let's try this. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
It is magical. It is very magical.
What school is it?
Cool.
Does Detect Magic tell you the school?
Yes, it does.
Oh.
Neato.
Well, let me find out what school it is.
Well, I suppose
would
I'd be doing Detect Magic as a ritual, so it would take 10 minutes again.
I'm also gonna hit the bathroom. I'll be back.
So, with Detect Magic, it is conjuration magic.
Conjuration.
Oh, all I can tell you is that it's conjuration magic, and it's in your house, so your problem. I'm gonna walk out of the room.
Well, you're a kind one.
Oh, was there anything else that you needed, by the way?
Well, for one thing, I'd like this out of my house, but it appears that that might be too big of a question.
What exactly is it?
So it appears to be this big, roiling, like magical energy hovering above the water.
Hmm. Let's see. I could try throwing something at it and see what happens.
So previously, you guys tried throwing something at it, it went right through it.
I'm pretty sure I shot it.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I throw a flame
You
at
guys,
it, is
you guys
We've already
shot
thrown a
it,
flame
and
at
then you shot a firebolt at it, which hit the moss and caused it to come around. That's what these red lines are, is that the moss expanded. Mold.
And the ball of stuff doesn't seem like it's coming from anything in specific. It's just floating there.
It is floating and kind of rippling, and it is orb-like in shape above the water. And you now notice conjuration magic.
I don't know what I could do about that, possibly, so...
You wiped out a whole horde of blights, and you can't deal with whatever this is.
Well,
I mean,
understandably, we're a bit spent.
I mean, you
Also
can
don't-
rest here.
I also don't know what it is.
What appears to be conjuration magic, according to your friend.
Okay. But regardless, we still did what you asked us to do, which was clear out the people from your home.
That is correct. And I was just discussing that with your furry friend here.
We get to take home wine, which we did promise to Danica and Owen.
We have 6
We
barrels.
didn't.
We have 3
We
down
didn't.
here, and as long as the loading dock hasn't been disturbed, we had 3 on the cart.
Oh, so we could is that unpoisoned wine or poisoned wine?
Well, it was pre-barreled, so unless they opened it up, I can't imagine it's poisoned.
Okay. So
Do we-
our job is done here, yes?
We do have to leave sort of quickly to return the horses. Of which we can't lose any more of.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, Mr. Davian, was it? Yes.
Davian Martikov, at your service.
You can always send us a letter if you need something of vital importance.
I mean, I'm not sure how much clearer I can make the vital importance of whatever this is in my house could be potentially damaging to my family.
We tried throwing stuff into it. I don't remember. I remember
Yeah.
we threw rocks.
Yeah, we did.
But
I
We threw
shot it.
stuff. We shot fire. We shot an arrow.
How quickly did the cold damage start accumulating?
Basically, once you passed about here, the cold
Okay.
damage started. It used to be here, but then when you guys fired fire into the energy, it went through it and hit the back wall, and the fire seemed to react with the brown mold, and the brown mold expanded around the corners. That's what these red drawings are. And so now it
How-
gets cold from here.
How bad was the damage?
it was pretty painful.
So
Ex-
would I be correct in assuming that the mold is coming from the thing?
No, he said specifically that the mold was there before, and it's what they used to cool the wine in the basement, but that the portal is new, or whatever it is.
But the cold damage is what was hurting us. So
I say
it's-
portal. It's not necessarily a portal. It's
Yeah.
just I'm using portal because it's an easy term for the thing.
It's okay.
excuse me, Mr. Dave Answer, can we get rid of the mold so that then maybe we can help you at least with the portal?
Well, no, it's not. It's very difficult to eradicate brown mold. It's
Well,
not
then
the
I don't
easy-
think we
it's
can help
very
you.
sturdy.
Was there a check to withstand a bit of the cold?
I don't.
Yes.
Was there a con check?
I think there was, yeah.
It was a lot of damage.
Can I have
I will. It says.
Because I could cast a spell to help a little bit. I want to go and touch it.
Right?
Like so bad.
I was gonna ask if there's anything that I could roll to if I have any intuition on what to do in this situation. Because if not, then I'm just gonna leave.
Mim's curiosity is killing her.
Well, there you could roll an Arcana check because you know it's conjuration magic. You know it's some kind of magic.
I guess I just don't really know. If it's Arcana, I'm just saying like I just want to roll something of like if I have an intuition of what to do. If that's Arcana, then I want to roll it. I don't necessarily want to know what it is.
Yeah,
if that
yeah.
makes sense.
I mean,
Okay.
well, I can't tell you how you would decide what to do. I can just get you information, basically. So you could like I can.
Because I don't know shit. I don't really know shit about magic. I assume my character would.
Yeah.
But I just don't know what.
Well, yeah. So roll me an Arcana check. Let's start there.
Okay. Well, that's an 8.
All right. Conjuration magic by default tends to either create or summon effects, either from place to place or creates them from existence. And you know that magic generally requires a source and can be dispelled. But with an 8, it's tough to give you much more than that.
Okay.
As for the mold, there is a Constitution saving throw involved.
Oh, it's Constitution check. Shoot.
Well, we're on a bit of a time crunch, so we should be leaving. If you can make it worth our while, I could stay an extra day and maybe do something about this, but
Do any of you
We're
have
picking
any
up.
sort of cold effects?
cold. I mean, I have a knife.
Like things that do cold. You're the
I
magic
have a-
users. I just don't
Oh.
like.
Yeah, I could try.
I could spit pretty cutting words at it. That'd be pretty cold.
But not like cold like rappers. Cold like actually physically ice cold.
Here, I'll throw this knife at it.
Well, before you do.
I
wait,
cast
wait.
ice knife at the portal.
All right, so you cast ice knife at the portal,
Yeah.
and it goes through the thing. It hits the
And
back
explode.
wall. It
It'll explode and
explodes.
do cold deal damage.
The entire back wall, where it explodes, all of the mold withers and dies and falls off the wall. And he says, "I was saying that we could
Yes.
potentially strategically use it to get closer to the thing and kill off some of the mold on our way closer. But I don't get rid of all of it. That's how we cool our wine."
What?
Do you have any fire? Does anyone have any fire?
We have a lot of fire.
You wanna grow the
Somebody
mold
throw some
back?
fire where he threw that.
Didn't something bad happen last time we did that?
I'm asking, can somebody throw fire on the blank section of wall where he threw the fire?
He wants to grow more mold.
Oh, but this is the part where it's gone. I mean, the back wall isn't harming
Yes,
us.
Okay,
understandably.
let's just do that after we make it over there. So then we don't have to worry about that part at least.
Fine.
Do you have
Like
another
I s-
ice knife?
Excuse me.
Do you have another ice knife?
Yes, I can, but I have an idea. It just takes me a day to deal with this thing. So,
Well,
We want
DM,
to-
what time was it when we were upstairs and by all the windows?
At this point, it's about midday. When you were upstairs,
okay.
when you say by the windows, do you mean when Mim checked the windows?
Well, top hallway on the left-hand side when you're looking at it had windows, and I could see outside.
Gotcha. So you guys woke up, went here like right at the crack of dawn. So you guys spoke to the Martikovs the first time at like 8 a.m. You've probably spent about 3 hours in the building. So at this point, it's like noon. I'd
Oh,
say
wow.
you
Okay.
probably, maybe like half an hour ago. So like 11:30, you were upstairs on the left side.
it takes like a couple of days to get to the
Camp.
to like any the Vistani camp or like not Barovia. What's the city that we were at before?
Velaki.
It takes like a couple days to get to Velaki.
Correct. It takes about 2 days.
Okay, just give us. Let's just set up our payments, maybe in some lodgings here for the night, and I can maybe deal with the purple thing tomorrow. How does that sound?
I mean, that's fine, but I'd really like for the back wall to be restored, at least with the mold that was there.
I'll restore the back wall. Don't worry.
All right, well, do you have sleeping gear? Because unfortunately, most of our beds are taken due to the size of my family.
Yes, we have some bedrolls and such. And such.
Then wonderful. You're welcome to sleep down here if you like it chilly, or you can sleep in the vat room if you'd like it more temperate.
I had a question.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't answer my question earlier, but do you know who took your gems and stones?
Oh, right. Well, the druids took the most recent one. They took the one for the purple grape mash. The red dragon crush was the witch.
Right, but into the forest they took it into the forest
swamp
or
lands.
here?
Well,
swamp lands?
the witch came from the swamp. The druids were coming from the hill to the west, but I guess to the south of us. But
Maybe we could go get it back for you for something.
I mean, I'd be greatly appreciative. That would restore my family to the capabilities of our livelihood. It would also
that gives us
restore
something
wine
to
to
do.
the land of Barovia, because as of now, we have 6 barrels of it, and that's all that's in the entire land that hasn't already been shipped out. So, very
That
limited
does give us
supply.
something to do today. So, where would we go?
Oh, you won't be able to make it there today. Let me
Oh,
see.
is it far away?
They're not fast trips. Let's see. Let me pull up my map.
Also, could you describe the hill? It wouldn't happen to have an evil-seeming tree atop it.
It would.
Oh,
Why?
there's no real reason. Just another thing on the list.
Your list?
We have a list.
You guys have a list?
Oh, the ravens can help you find it.
Yep.
Also, that's 2 of 3 stones.
Oh, they were. I think he said he was asleep for the first one, or something in the dead
Yes,
of
the
night,
first
right?
one. So we were all asleep. My son, Erwin, he was on watch, but
Is he
fortunately he was
doesn't know?
distracted with his now wife, and it appears that nobody saw what happened or where it went.
Hmm.
It's a bit of a sour note among us.
Oh, this is a bit away.
So, if you came from Valaki is about 2 days' travel. The hill to the southwest is about a day. And, let's see.
Also, for the players, if you go to the top left, you can click on our map of Barovia.
Whoa. Sick.
I keep it stuck on 99%. There we go.
Very cool.
Which one is the section I need?
That's pretty cool.
Super.
And we're here.
Yep.
Very sweet.
The swamplands.
6 miles.
Did I
Only
say
6
west?
miles.
Did I say west? West is incorrect. The swamp is far to the east. It's about a 2.5 days journey.
Oh, this?
It's you pull out your map, you point to it. He goes, it would be about around the mountain range, south of the ruined castle, about here-ish.
Yep. Okay.
The ruined castle, huh?
Yes, there's a ruined castle on the northeast side of those mountains. Been abandoned for years.
Do you know what it
It's
was
more
before?
of a foothill
wasn't?
range, less of a mountain range, really. It's a pass leading up to Mount Gakis. Mount Caucasus is far to the south, though. I'm sure you're aware.
So then maybe we could go and finish off the druid problem and then get the stone?
That seems like a very good idea. Are you willing to join us, Malice? Is that okay with you?
Well, I still haven't found what I was looking for.
Do you remember what you were
So-
looking for?
No, I don't.
It's supposed to be here in the cellar.
Hmm.
And it was a
Maybe-
what, not a who.
Maybe it was. Maybe. Well, in the meantime, yeah, I don't think I have anything better to do.
Okay.
Now, if we went down to the Druids, we'd be breaking our contract with the Vistani.
I mean, that was
Okay.
probably going to happen one way or another.
Didn't we already break it because one of the horses died?
I can fix that problem as
Oh,
long as
right.
we don't lose any more.
Right.
Oh, well. We could always come back here later.
You have a contract with the Vistani?
That's how we got the horses to travel. Do you know much about the Vistani?
How are you running it in your world, Ryan?
Define your question.
Are they not Romani?
They are Romanian culture, but
Like, what is the public view of them?
Oh.
the public view varies between some of them are super nice and friendly and welcoming travelers and entertainers and kind people, and some of them are thieves and cutthroats, and you really can't tell the difference until it's too late.
They're very mysterious. That's interesting.
Well,
That
yeah, we
you,
know that at least.
We did them a very large favor.
We saved a child.
Head of
Also,
the camp's child.
It's widely rumored that the Vistani people have an agreement with Strahd, but nobody really knows the details, and some people think it's a wife tale, and some people not, because they're the only ones that can travel to and from through the mists.
I'm going to be honest, then. I feel like it's going to be a lot of traveling back and forth. We might as well just finish up things here while we have the chance to, so we don't have to come back later. Because I do really want to help Alistair with his, whole
yes.
soul problem.
Me too. And if we take Casimir's deal, we'll be back down here anyways.
Casimir's deal. Oh, that is true.
Oh, I forgot about.
It's just around these parts, isn't it?
Further trip down the mountain. What did you call it?
Mount Caucasus.
Gakis? Yes, that. I think that's
But
what they were
doesn't
talking about.
don't our friends at the bar need a permanent solution for the wine problem?
Yeah, I think our immediate thing is nah, I lost it completely. Redo their wine, and then on the way out, fix Alistair's problem.
We also need to check on the friend of the Martikovs. The letter that Erwin sent us.
Well,
So just to be clear, Ryan, the druid gem thing doesn't have to deal with their ability to keep making wine.
so
Or
as of now, they have no gemstones, which prevents them from making any wine.
but they have a shit ton of wine reserves.
They have six
Six.
barrels.
They don't have a lot of wine.
They're awarding us those 6 barrels too.
Yes, and they're giving you the last 6 barrels as return for, or as many as, like, they're offering up to the 6, and like, I'll say that you can tell that he's kind of hoping that you might leave a couple with him.
And how long does 6 barrels would we imagine that 6 barrels would last? Like,
it's probably enough for like 3 barrels is a standard shipment. So he has about 2 shipments of wine, and you know of at least now 3 villages that exist that require wine supplies on a fairly regular basis. And you don't know
So
beyond that whether there's any nobles or anything that might have their own shipments.
So that'd be like a couple months, pretty much, for Velaki.
It's
For
like
Irwin, essentially.
If you brought all 6 barrels to Irwin, that would last him
Yeah.
probably a month. It'd be
Month,
basically
alright.
like a 2-week shipment.
All right, fuck everyone else. We're just gonna take the 6 barrels and call it a day. So are you guys just okay with just taking this 6 barrels and coming back to our friends in Velaki and returning the horses and then helping Alistair? Does that sound like a plan to everybody?
Well, I would also very much like to speak to Malice's father.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it when you're right in the mind.
Yes.
Okay.
So I am.
Perhaps Irina kind of chimes in. Perhaps we should discuss this. It sounds like we're staying here for the night. Yes.
If we're going to leave, then we might as well just hit the road.
Well, in that
gather
case, then
our
maybe we should
belongings.
have this discussion. Davian, if you would permit us but a moment, and Davian kind of, fine, and kind of like walks back through the wall. And Irina says, "All right, it sounds like we have a number of pressing issues that we could potentially attend to. We've got. Obviously, we need to get Alistair restored to his original state.
Are we all in the same place? Because I was operating under the assumption that like I was on the outside of all of this conversation, and it looks like Irina's outside too.
I think you can hear.
Can you people
like-
come through the wall? It's really confusing.
I thought
Okay.
I thought we were all in the same place.
You guys are all in the basement, but we'll put
We
you
technically
all.
were, but there's an illusionary wall.
There's an illusory wall. So here, we'll pop it all there. We'll have you guys all group up. We'll have Davian's gonna go inspect like the damage of the wine racks and see how many bottles he can salvage and give you guys some space. So Irina's gonna circle everyone up. All right. I think we should map out and kind of arrange our priorities here because we've got.
But I just did. Right.
Well, there's also the issue of how are we getting back in Velaki? We left it in flames and inferno.
And also, according to the letter that we received from Irwin, it appears
It's
Lady
not great.
Fiona has turned it into her own sort of power hub, if you will.
You can just leave a message for our friends at the bar to pick up a shipment. We don't need to stroll on inside if we don't want to.
We
Yeah.
Go into the town to get to the bar.
it is my understanding that what was the old guy's name? Sorry, spacing.
Davian?
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 It is my understanding that Davian doesn't get along much with his son, but definitely has the ravens to send a message.
And also,
Because
you guys also know that Irwin's the one who sent you here in the first place to investigate. So even if things are tense, Irwin wouldn't have sent you if he
Davian
wasn't
knows
slightly
that.
concerned.
Yeah, Davian knew that.
Why don't we just ask that as our reward for doing this, they just send those 6 barrels to the inn?
That would be ideal, honestly.
Honestly, Anda, that is a very smart idea.
we don't
And then
have
we
to
don't have to
carry
worry
them.
about it.
Yeah.
Also, are we thinking that maybe the druids stole that gemstone so they can go and brew their own or make their own wine somewhere? And that little conjuration spell is simply taking the cold from that room and putting it in a different room so they can store their wine as well?
I don't know. The hill is faceted with an evil tree. I don't think they're
Okay, so we asked them
breaking
to send
up the
purses.
monopoly.
Breaking up the monopoly. I like that.
Would they call that the wine that they made like a angry or orchard of some sort?
No, honestly,
Very crisp, yes.
if I started my own winery, I would name it that. Thank you, Malice. Maybe we could start a winery together called the Angry Orchard.
Malice Orchard.
You could be the
Alice
Druid
is
of Wines.
orchard.
Why would we name an orchard Malice?
Because
I'm
it's
gonna put us on the map screen real quick.
angry.
A little angry.
I'm not
So-
angry.
If we're
You're
here,
very kind.
if currently we are here, if
Do we have our token?
we
It's
do
on the
somewhere.
far side, far west. It's in
On the other
Barovia.
side.
Oh, yeah, we're here. Well, it's here. Do 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 do.
Montage, map montage.
All right,
That's like some movie montage shit.
so
All of
uh,
us going over
if
mountains.
we're here, he says the hill is to the south and is about a day's journey. But if he delivers the wine to Vallaki, then we don't have to worry about that shipment. However, we leave Alistair in the lurch, at least in the meantime. But we potentially restore the Martikov's family business by heading south. We also know Alistair wants to head to Kresk, which she points, which is located here. And we also know that Erwin wanted us to do a wellness check on his friend north of the fork, which would likely be somewhere in the forest west of the tower that we unfortunately destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yes.
But if we're to help Alistair, we need to head here.
It's very far away, yes.
And if we are going to return the horses, we need to head here.
Yes, exactly. That's why we want to head east so we can return the horses and then head to help Alistair.
Maybe the camp knows.
South to the hill, try to do this. Send 5 barrels of wine to the inn. Have them send 1 to the Vistani camp with a note that says, apologies, we're not getting our horses back on time. Please take this as payment for an extension.
Ooh.
That
And we could keep the horses for a little bit longer without them getting very angry with us.
Okay, and then we could go straight to help Alistair after the druids. And we would have the horses so we get there a little bit faster.
That just might work because none of the other issues are terribly time pressing. We
Yes.
get the Martikovs back on their feet
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully earn some goodwill with the Vistani. Granted,
Yeah,
that still
I-
leaves the issue of the swamp, but if we
Ah,
restore them
we'll
with
figure that-
one, then at least they'll
We'll figure
be...
that out after we help our friend.
there's also the major issue that we're missing of we still have to go through the town to get over to Bone Grinder.
Maybe the Vistani camp knows a way south of the city. They don't really like going through the city because they don't like them, right?
So then
That's
why don't
true.
we take one of the casks with us and explain what's going on and offer it as trade ourselves?
If we're heading east already, well, but we wanted to head south to the Druid camp, it sounded like.
Okay.
We could just put it in the note, right?
Mhm.
We need an extra day or two. And also please plan a route to south of the city.
That's true. And
Okay.
worst case scenario, we can always just go go around the same way that we did with the child.
Okay.
Sneak
It
along
sounds
the
like
border
we-
of the city.
It sounds like we want to do the druid. It sounds like we want to help with the druids, and it sounds like Andar's idea is very well received. So why don't we focus on that for now, and we can figure out the rest later. How does that sound?
Yes, this will be our last fight before helping Alistair.
Yes,
I don't think we should keep putting it off.
I really don't. I agree.
Alistair walks away.
Mr. Davian.
Yes. Have you come to some sort of cavort?
Yes, our friend Sten here will write a letter. But as payment for helping you, would you mind shipping 5 barrels to Velaki and 1 barrel to the Vistani camp.
Specifically
the
the
Blood
Blue
Forest.
Water Inn.
Mm-hmm.
That can be arranged. We're familiar with
will
the
be
routes for both. And
Thank you.
along the same route, so we can have somebody stop at the Vistani camp on the way. Well, actually, maybe it'd be better to drop off the 5 barrels and then take the 1 on its way back, so that the Vistani don't think that we're
It sounds like you
slicing
can
in any
handle
way.
it. It sounds like you can handle it. We'll take care of your druid problem, and that will be that.
All right, well, the gemstone will be shaped like a pine cone, and
Okay.
about the size of one as well. It'll be
Yes.
glowing and bright
Mhm.
green in color.
Okay. We will retrieve it for you and return it back here. It takes about half a day to get there. Yes.
It's about a day to get to the hill, and then about a day's journey back. It'll be about 2 days total.
Okay. We will head over there today.
Irina kind of chimes in. Who's going to be writing the note that we're giving to the Vistani?
I said Sten will
All
write
right,
the
man.
notes, Irina.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to keep track. She turns to Sten. We discussed 1 extra day. I think that 1 bottle of wine with this shortage is probably worth more. And if I'm not mistaken, we've been traveling, and we've already used 3 days of our week. If we're staying overnight, we only have 3 days left. If we're going 1 day down and 1 day back, that would give us 1 day is just enough time to make it back to the Vistani camp if all goes well. Maybe we ask for 2 to 3 days.
Remind me, do the Vistani know that Lady Irina is with us? Like, her?
No, you guys
Okay.
did not let on. But she can. I believe a barrel of wine is worth at least 3 days, and probably at max 3 days.
I say we ask for 2 days and then pen in the question to find a route around the city.
I agree. At least that gives us a little bit of extra time to maneuver in case anything goes wrong.
Okay. Sten, if you please would, can craft the notes and
Bim,
we can get on our
My
way.
quill, please.
Oh, right. And here you go.
I'm gonna put it away and bring out a real quill.
Malice,
Mimid kind of like tied it to her belt in order to do her lock picking and things. So she lets it out. It kind of flies back to you, and it seems pleased to be like in front of you. And then you like take it and put it back in the thing, and it like almost deflates as it sees that you're like reaching for the clasp.
Oh.
if the rest of you would please help me prepare for travel. And when Sten is finished, we can be on our way.
I'm also gonna write a note to Erwin, detailing kind of what we did and what our next steps to help his family out are.
Okay, cool.
No real time definitions, but just that it's in our purview.
Fair enough.
And I'll try to get ready for travel with the horses and stuff. I'll ask Davian if he has any. I mean, I don't suppose he might, but if he might have any armor or things laying around after dealing with all this like garbage at his winery for so long.
He'd share that he has like fairly limited weaponry and armor, and would more kind of press for like what specifically you're looking for. Because
Just looking for anything better than leather armor, essentially.
Gotcha.
Because it's like the worst light armor, and I want medium armor if possible. It's a winery. I figured maybe they might have had people come up if they've been dealing with this like blight problem for a while. But if not, it's fine.
Let me see what normally his family has.
Who's Mouse gonna ride with? Does Mouse have a horse?
That's true. You guys don't
No.
have a horse to
I don't think Malice has a horse.
As we're like getting ready and packing up and everything, then I'm gonna say, "Oh, Malice, you can ride with me on Jack."
Oh, I'd love to do that. Jack, is that your horse?
Not at all.
He's mine.
That sounds
Jack
like a lot
is
of fun.
clearly a donkey.
Can I?
Unfortunately, they don't really have any armor or anything.
Alright.
Oddly
No
enough, like what weapons they have don't seem to have been used fairly recently, despite their siege. They all seem to be gathering dust.
Sten, can I borrow your quill for a moment?
Sure. And I'll give him the
Regular quill.
real one. The real one. Regular quill.
All right. I'm going to take a piece of parchment out of my sack and write Rictavio, found weapon in fight against the dark. Not a call of action, just looking for advice. And then roll it up and clutch it in my hand and say to Rictavio and let it go and see if something happens.
And it's the parchment he gave you, yeah?
Uh-huh.
So what's gonna happen is you're gonna finish writing it, and the minute that you like go to wrap it up, before you can even hold it up in your hand, the minute that
I would also put Alistair at the end of it.
yeah, but the minute
Cool.
you like roll it up and like go to potentially like tie it or anything, it just vanishes.
Cool. And I will mark a usage of that because it's limited. Cool.
When everyone is ready, just meet me outside.
Meet me outside.
Meet me outside. Meet me outside.
All right. Hey, how much do you think an antidote would cost in gold pieces?
Like maybe like 10 gold. I don't know.
Ryan?
An antidote in gold.
If I were to maybe create a non-magical item worth at least a maximum of 100 gold.
Let me find out.
Oh,
Can I make-
interesting.
I'm trying to make an elixir for one of their vats of wine.
Can you create? Oh no, it has to be not magical. I don't think antidotes are that expensive.
Me
I'm
either.
looking. Why can't I just find antidote? Why is this so difficult?
Chapter 4.
It might not be in the adventuring gear.
It isn't.
I know poison
It's
isn't.
an
I know like the base poison.
antitoxin.
Oh, there you
It's
go.
an antitoxin.
Antitoxin, a vial is 50 gold.
There you go.
And a vial of acid is 25. Can we assume that one vial was enough for the vat? If we watch them just pour one?
What do you mean? Are you saying like? Are you saying that
Will-
one vial is?
Will one vial of antitoxin counter one vial of their poison?
Oh, I would say. Let me see if that's how antitoxin works. Because it says gains advantage on saving throws. Oh, what is this? Huh? That's sick. It's advantage on saving throws for an hour. Okay, so actually just generally roll me a nature check real quick.
Natural 1.
Okay.
Total of 5.
That's tough. I'm gonna say Sten by default with a 1 isn't super familiar with the makeup and function of how poisons work, since he's not super familiar with its use. But potentially, I think if you, I don't want it. That seems unfun.
Nick, I'm gonna buy you the most generic dice of all time.
Oh, let me try that with my most generic dice. 9.
What the fuck?
I don't understand your dice.
Yeah. If you just ask for my blessing, you'll roll better.
Okay. Let's pick this one. Okay. Can I get your blessing? Can you kiss it?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Kiss it.
Go for it.
Kiss it. Thanks. Okay. Natural 20.
No.
It's a natural 20.
All right.
That's all I needed, apparently.
I mean, with the
Oh,
nat 1,
no,
I feel like you're
Well,
not
'cause
sure
how-
how poisons work, so you're not sure how much you need for countering.
Also, your Blurnack, by the way.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's pretty good. Give me back my face. Hey, who cares? This is just what I feel like. Okay, well, that's fine because I'll just take as big a container as I can get. Because if I make a liquid, it doesn't need to be in a container.
Gotcha.
And I'll make 100 gold worth of antitoxin.
Okay.
Using performance of creation. Boom. And then I'll give it to Davian. I don't know how much you need, but this might help counteract something in the vat.
Oh, actually, that's perfect. I'm glad that you checked. He takes it and he looks at it. Is this antitoxin?
Yeah, it's probably only 2 vials worth, but
All right. He says this should counteract whatever they put in there. This should purify it, at least to make it safe to drink. I will say it's likely going to spoil the taste of the wine, but we might be able to pass it off to some customers who don't know better. So this at least will tide us over for a little bit.
I can make more in a couple days when we come back. Only the same amount, but hopefully it keeps you on your feet for a little longer.
That's fair. He kind of looks and he thinks for a moment. He says, "You have a number of magic casters amongst your group, yes? Is there not magical ways to purify liquids?"
Not that I know of. No, not at all.
All right, well, worth a shot.
Like a sort of purify food and drink or something? No, that's
I don't know.
ridiculous. Absolute poppycock.
All right, well, I'll go pour this in the vats then.
All right.
He hobbles
I
upstairs.
will meet Adoombi outside because that's where he said to meet me. Meet him.
All right. So the rest of you gather outside. We'll say that over like you guys have enough time for a short rest while you're gathering your belongings and preparing.
All right. If everyone's ready, we can just head out, right?
All right. Just to double check, is there anything else anyone wants to do at the winery before you guys leave? Any rooms you want to investigate? Any things you want to check?
Oh, blah 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 blah. I'll be back. We'll be back in like a day, so not really.
All right. And if that's the case, I think that's a good stopping point for today because we would be wrapping up in about 15 minutes anyway.
Oh God.
Sweet. Yeah, dude. All I needed was Hewitt's kisses. Damn.
Exactly.
This
It's
whole
very easy.
time, it took 20 sessions, but we finally
It's
figured
that
out what it
easy.
is.
Is that easy? Just need to
Follow
cast
it up.
bless.
I only have Bane. What am I thinking?
Exactly.
Hashtag bless.
You have Bane, you have bad dice rolls. You have bless, you'll have holy dice rolls.
Oh my goodness.
That's so funny.
I'm sad that the guy lived with 1 HP.
Yeah, right? Or 2
Disappointed.
HP, technically.
2 HP.
Is there something that happens when you kill?
Yeah, they get Thanos.
They turn
do
into
they get
wisping
absorbed in the
cinders.
staff?
Yeah.
They literally burst into whispering cinders as if ash had blown.
If you ask
across their body.
Odumbi, it looks quite beautiful to look at. So
Dang.
it's quite
How many
it's quite
tallies do you have
unfortunate.
now?
I have 3. Oh, I mean, is it just every time I use it, or is it like if someone disintegrates with it?
Anytime you get the charge back.
Oh, then I have 4. Or let me check actually. I either have 4 or 5. Inventory. No, biography. Oh, I think I had it written on my old staff description.
Gotcha.
So I'm just gonna put it here. I'm just gonna write 3 for now. Pretty sure I had 3. It's a journal, right?
It's whatever you had before +1, because you got 1 today.
Oh, then I have 4 for sure. At least 4 for sure.
So then
There's a journal, right?
in here, yes. With 4, basically the top third of your staff looks like you dipped it in fire. Like
Dipped it in fire?
it has that kind of like that singed kind of embery look that's been coiling up the fingers. At this point is extended down to about a third of the way down the staff, like a little bit above where your hand is holding it.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I love like that. I love ashen wood. Wait, is it just ashen like white, or is there like but with like red in it?
It's
Or-
ashen white it was ashen white and bone originally, but the more that you're using it, the more the ash is turning to this black cindered soot color.
Oh,
With like
okay,
these
gotcha,
veiny embery reds kind of like coursing through it and
Alright,
simmering.
that's dope. I have the other stuff with me,
Correct.
but
And it's this
I haven't tried to
spongy,
like.
wisping dark thing.
If it's in my bag, does it like soak everything with like ickiness, or like do I have to like wrap it up or some shit?
It's definitely leaving residue on some shit.
But is it like a wet rag? It's always a wet rag.
Basically.
Really?
Like
Oh,
like
God.
if you had like a greasy slice of pizza
Yeah,
and you
it's
like
just
put it in
always
something
like that.
like and you get those grease stains on shit, it's like that, but
Yeah.
instead of like yellow greasy, it's like this dark like pinkish brown red, almost like dried blood, to a less like a lighter degree than like dried blood, not nearly as dark or as thick, but that kind of tone.
I'm definitely gonna have to figure out a way to store this. All right, that's pretty cool though.
Hey guys, we found the Sword of Sunlight.
Let's go.
Hey,
That's the morning sword.
Or a bit of it.
Maybe Endar wants to be a blood wizard.
Do it. Let's see.
Does Endar want to be a blood wizard, Adam? Or is it
Who's
too
to
icky?
say?
Is it too icky? Is it too icky for him? Is that it's not
really like pristine clothing and everything, being clean.
How far do we have to push you off the edge when you're doing your rituals to just snap?
I'm just gonna start casting Tiny Hut before I do the rituals, so none of you can come within 10 feet of me.
You can't cast inside.
Pretty sure you can.
Yeah, you can cast inside, you just can't go out.
Right.
I think everyone can, but he can't. Or maybe he just can't leave.
I just can't leave.
If you leave, I think the spell ends.
Yeah. But also, can't you choose who can have entrance to the hut too?
Yeah.
Whoever's in it when it's created can enter and exit freely. Anyone who is on the outside when it's created can't.
Needs your permission. I feel like Sten is just gonna like get used to the timing of Andar's ritual spells, and like 9 minutes and 30 seconds and he's just gonna start like interrupting him. It's like, oh, so are you almost finished with that? Like, God fucking damn it.
I will absolutely, as a DM, rule that if he starts doing Tiny Hut for the ritual, it takes an action to cast Tiny Hut, right? Is it one action? So
it's a ritual.
It can be a ritual too. Yeah.
Well, ritual is a full 10 minutes, so then you need to do 20
1
minutes
minute for this one.
Oh, 1
plus
minute.
Ritual casting. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So then it would be, you'd have a whole minute. But if the whole point was to keep Sten out and Sten really wanted to be in, either he could just stand next to Andar while he casts Tiny Hut, or if you wanted to try and expend it as an action, I would fully say that with like a dexterity check of 15 or higher,
just fucking Misty steps inside.
That would you could try and time it so that within the last 3 seconds of the cast, you make it into the zone.
Then just sends all in personal enjoyment and the bleak land of Barovia. Annoying Andar.
Do you have Liam's Tiny Hut or just Tiny Hut?
Aren't they the same thing?
I think the description is like a tiny bit different. It might be the same.
But you got a short rest.
That's
we
true.
did get a short rest.
Well, you guys were gathering your stuff to leave.
Got it. Okay.
You guys get a short rest.
That is nice.
Most of my abilities are long rests, though.
That's real nice. That's real nice.
Oh my god. Are we still on for next week? Yeah. Yeah.
I think so. I have to check just because we have a wedding on Saturday. And my family's in town, and I'm not quite sure how available I'm capable of being on Saturday yet. But as of now, the assumption is that we're still going, and then I will keep you guys updated as I get more details.
I didn't check
Gotcha.
if the classes, the updates.
So I very much want to try and keep this as consistent as possible. I know the last couple weeks have been tough.
Gotcha. Oh god, I gotta get something to eat. I haven't eaten since we started.
Yeah, definitely get something to eat.
I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for the games.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that session. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
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 All right, we've officially got Malice integrated.
Yay.
Let's go.
Oh, thank you. Actually, you know what's funny, Adam, is I literally I ended up looking up this thread, and then the other thing that I checked was I wanted to see as written in the module if there's anything, and one of the things specifically says antitoxin will work but spoil the wine. I was like, oh, okay. I'm glad I checked. So that was inventive of a solution for Knick-Knack, but yeah, so they'll have to see if they're still able to sell that wine.
You can always back sweeten wine. It's fine. It'll be a little different tasting. It'll be off.
Limited edition version of the wine.
Ah, yes, a limited run.
Yeah.
Get it now while you can. Everyone will.
Don't want to have FOMO for the wine. All right, well, this seems like a good place to stop. And we have officially run through the Wizard of Wines Winery. You guys made it through. You guys got very lucky on that that druid ambush, because that could have been a much bigger problem.
Was this not one of the milestones?
Let me check actually. Because I didn't think that. I didn't think
how
that
you killed the druid.
I thought
You just like talked through it, yeah.
I thought you said that the card, like finding the stuff from the cards, is the milestones for this module.
It's so there's a number of different things that can be milestones. I think that you have that's a point though. I didn't think about the finding the artifacts.
Yeah, I like leveling up and things.
I was like, I don't want to be like, so do we level up though? But
no,
at the
but
same
that's
time,
valid
like...
actually.
Anyway,
It's gonna be 5 for the rest of the campaign.
oh god.
I get such a cool ability at 6.
I will
I don't
say,
think I get.
I will say, Hermes doesn't want to fight these hags right now.
You know what? I'll say since you guys found the artifact,
Ooh.
I'll say that that's a level up. So I'll put that in the chat so that I'll put that in the chat so that Hewitt knows.
Guys, this is a feat.
Have you guys seen Fantasia?
I love Fantasia.
I have access to animating any broom ever now.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's any object, but
Can you do more than one at a time?
Not yet. One to start.
Okay. How do I level up on this sheet?
You add 1 level of the class.
In attributes?
Oh, my D.
Or in what would I do?
Let me check. It's in
Special traits maybe.
How do I pull up my character sheet again? From not
you
clicking
go
on
to
me?
actors and you double click on your name.
Thank you. Effect.
Oh, I have to buy this feat, son of a bitch.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun.
Ooh, I'm 1 above average. Let's go.
You go to features. It's in features, and then you can do it from a drop down.
Oh, just click and drag it. It's a little lame. But
Oh, you don't even have to click and drag it. So you go to features, and in your class levels, there should be a drop down menu.
Very nice.
It's called Dancing Item, and it has more AC than I do. Sounds pretty cool.
Yes! I have 66 health points.
Nice.
I just need another 6 there.
Wait, how do you level up on the character sheet?
So you go to features.
I'm in my character sheet.
Yes.
Okay, I'm in feature.
And there should be a drop down at your rogue. Well, here, let me.
Oh, I see. I see it.
Nick, isn't there there's a Critical Role discount code for books right now on Beyond, right?
Was there? I don't know. It's probably code crit roll.
Also, that gives Irina a new ability too.
Nice.
Let's see.
Get another spell.
Irina at level 6 is adept at fighting in concert with a companion. When they use their help feature to aid an ally in attacking a creature, that target can be up to 30 feet away from Irina and can deal 2d6 extra damage to it the next time the Irina hits it with an attack roll before the end of the current turn.
Nice.
That gives her massive more damage.
I could learn Tiny Hut myself and not let Andar in.
Oh my god.
Well, I'll just make another tiny hut outside your tiny hut, and it'll be a cooler tiny hut.
Oh yeah, well my tiny hut will be a different color than yours. It'll be way cooler.
Yeah, well, before you cast your tiny hut, I'm gonna make it smell like poopy in there.
Well, I'm gonna cast my tiny hut inside your tiny hut, so everything breaks.
You can't cast your tiny hut inside my tiny hut because you can't come in my tiny hut.
I'm going to cast my tiny hut faster than you can cast your tiny hut, so it's
can't
just not
cast
going to
your
work.
tiny hut faster than I can cast my tiny hut because
I'm
your
absolutely going to be able to cast my tiny hut faster than your tiny hut.
tiny hut's going to be better than your tiny hut.
Would they like deflect off of each other, or would they like go into each other? Would you make a Venn?
If they shared a radius?
Yeah,
Ooh.
like
It
would you make
causes a
Venn
rip.
Just like a really awkward Venn diagram.
Yeah,
Like
there's
Min's
just
the only one who can go between the two
all
That's
three
right.
of them.
because she just happened to be in the tiny space that overlaps.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
She sneaked in.
commitment's a castle.
I can learn plant growth. If you cast this spell over 8 hours, you enrich the land.
Does anyone have the spell like raise dead or revivify?
Dude, we
No, I
barely
don't think
had
so.
any healing spells.
We don't have a clearing.
I mean, I
It was
can't
a
remember if it's
problem
on the.
earlier.
I can't remember if it's on the druid or the bard spell list. I remember one of those is
What spell are you looking for?
either raise dead or revivify or that kind
Oh,
I can't learn either of those, I don't think.
of the big rip.
I think Revivify is on the druid spell list.
Either illusion or necromancy. Let's go.
Let's see.
See. New feature, fanatical focus.
Oh, it's not. I don't have access to Revivify.
The big sad.
honestly, I'm just gonna change this into this because now it's
Paladin and Cleric. Yeah, that's it.
for what?
Revivify.
Yes, that's correct, I believe.
Just Paladin and Cleric.
It could be any
When-
like raising of dead things.
But can't you take a? I don't know. Is there a feat where you can just take a spell from another spell, or is it only first level spells?
Only first?
Okay.
Which is stupid because my favorite spell in this game is second level and nobody uses it.
Well, what
And
is
I
it?
want it. Gift of Gab.
Yeah.
Such a cool spell.
It's a freaking weird social oriented spell.
Yeah, nobody uses it because of that.
Well, it's also it's very vaguely written. I think is part of why most people don't use it. But
Yeah, it's like it's a lot like illusion magic. Like either you have a GM who's super cool with it and just wants to roll with all, then illusion magic's like super powerful. And then, but if then you have a GM who's like, nah, then it's like, well, it's vague.
Yeah, the thing that definitely keeps it in second level is there's no save against it.
yeah,
It just works.
Are you sure? I thought there was a save for it.
No, there's no save for it. That's why it's second level.
That seems really strong.
Oh, Raise Dead is a 5th level spell for bards? Damn. Well,
Don't have a dancing wardrobe and a dancing friend.
Nick, I'm between these two.
What are you at for? Oh, but the secondary effects of that first feat are super good.
Uh-huh. And well, I'd have to get that cleared by Sir DM.
Oh, HB Homebrew?
It's
I see source.
yeah,
Okay.
It's
okay.
Taldore.
So yeah, when Irina uses the helpful
Cool.
feature to aid an ally in attacking a creature, that target can be up to 30 feet away from Irina, and she can deal an extra 2d6 damage to the target on her next hit before the turn ends. So now she can double up whammy with you guys on people. What do you need to clear with the DM?
I'm gonna send you this feat.
Okay.
This is the feat that I was talking about, and it's from Tal'Dorei Campaign Setting Reborn, one of the new ones. But it isn't technically Wizards of the Coast because they published under their new Darrington Press.
That's perfectly fine.
Okay,
Absolutely acceptable.
cool. I'm still kind of between on another one, but I will let you know.
No worries. That one is clear. If you settle on it. If not, no worries.
Okay.
Just
The other one is Tasha's, so that should be fine.
Also, at some point, you guys need to get Irina a regular rapier, because she's got this rusty rapier that's doing less damage.
Is that the one that she found
It's the one that she found in the cave.
in the cave?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she said it like felt right or
It
something.
does feel right. But it's...
But
Not
Alistair has a
practical.
perfectly fine rapier that he doesn't use.
There you go, perfect.
I literally
one that
I've
misses a
literally
lot.
rewritten it as rusty rapier.
I have.
It does less damage than it normally would because it's rusted.
Mm.
Yeah, she should get that fixed, man.
Yeah, she should. Too bad you guys haven't been in a position to get it fixed since the cave.
I also have a rusty one too, and it sucks.
Yeah, you got a rusty one because you attacked the rust monster with it.
But
That'll do it.
at least I have a short sword, which is silvered anyway. It works.
Good sword! Oh, weird.
This thing is just better than me. AC 16. It can fly.
The broom?
It's any object I see that's large or smaller.
That's amazing.
It can't be magical though.
So now Sten has a minion.
Do you have a minion?
Sten has a minion, and it can be it can't be his quill, but it can be anything besides his quill. It could be his regular quill. He could have two
It could be
quills.
it could be my regular quill, and it could hit like a truck.
Meow.
It does 1d10 plus what's my proficiency bonus? 3? No, 4? We're 4 right now? 3? It's pretty impressive.
That is pretty impressive. All right. Well, does anyone else have any questions or anything that they want to hit before we wrap on up?
Nope. Can you just
Well-
leave Foundry open for a little bit?
Yeah, I'll leave Foundry open. I will leave the chat open. Of course, you guys can chill and hang as much as you want.
very cool.
I'm gonna, since it is our 20th session, I'm gonna throw a at some point in our chat, I'll throw a little, hey, how's everybody holding up with the campaign, like check in, since we're doing that every 5 sessions. Always rolling
Oh,
a ton of dice.
Sorry.
I do have one more question.
Shoot.
So back when we first started the campaign, it would have been our first ASI.
Hey, oh yeah.
I took the cleric initiate feat.
Okay.
I've used one spell from that.
Okay.
Could I change
spell is
that
it?
to cure wounds?
Okay.
It's the only spell I've ever used. Could I change that to a different initiate who still has cure wounds?
I would say that's totally fair. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Because that way you're not undoing anything. And,
Exactly.
Obviously, you should be having fun with your character, and as long as you're not like undoing something that we've done, I think that's fine.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever used these cantrips.
What are they?
Word of Radiance and Spare the Dying.
Oh, you might if you spare the dying though.
Did I?
That sounds familiar.
Because I know I asked you about using Word of Radiance because it has a component it's a holy symbol component.
Yeah.
And I don't have one.
Right. God, I could have sworn somebody used Spare the Dying to stabilize somebody at one point, but I don't remember who.
Don't know.
But there's been a number of people who have been close to death, so we've been playing since February, March, January. I don't know. I think it's fine.
Okay.
Although I do think you might have used Spare the Dying at one point because that sounds super familiar, but it's not a big deal. They're cantrips.
All right. Goodbye, friends.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, thanks
Bye.
everybody.